What's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to ATI Auto Business. It's Tuesday night. You know my goal every Tuesday night is to bring you another trade show level business presentation to you wherever you are, because your automotive business deserves the latest in transportation and logistics news. And if you're busy, and I know you are, in a minute I'm going to give the welcome show lineup. If you're watching on demand, you'll know what to expect. You'll be able to use the clickable video time code links in the video description below. Please do use those. Feel free to share, like, comment, tell your friends. Thanks for watching ATI. We sure do appreciate it. Finding loads, posting loads, and connecting verified carriers with a community of dealers, brokers, and shippers is the new movement in auto transport. Learn how you can join successful industry members with Super Loadboard. What are you waiting for? Tonight, we're featuring Ben Hargis, product manager at Super Dispatch, along with Tyree Robertson of RRPS Logistics, Sue Cuthbertson of Murphy Auto Transport, Trisha Renji of Kunes Auto and RV Group, and Charles Beaty with Acme Car Shipping. Plus, Ty Thompson is live at Auto Intel Summit. So please join the live chat, ask your questions, share your thoughts, grow your business, break out of your vertical, because it's Tuesday nights live on ATI Auto Business. My name is Jay. I'm your host. Welcome back to the show. We're live. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time. It's Tuesday nights live. It's ATI Auto Business. Oh, here we go. Okay, we're back. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, please do feel welcome. This is ATI, and this is a community. This is a resource. This is a big show. I want you to go ahead and say hello. I see it happening in the live chat. We're going to go into the live chat, say hello in a minute. So please do keep that going. Let somebody know the show is just getting started. We've got industry news segment coming up. We're going to talk about Auto Intel Summit, actually. That's industry news. What is happening tomorrow at Auto Intel Summit is auto transport industry news. That's awesome. Ty Thompson is also going to join us live from Auto Intel Summit. Let us know what's happening there. And then he is going to help me introduce Ben, product manager at Super Dispatch. We're going to give Ben the keys to the bus, and he is going to help bring in panelists including Tyree Robertson of RRPS Logistics, Sue Cuthbertson, Murphy Auto Transport, Trisha Renji, Kunes Auto and RV Group, and Charles Beaty, Acme Car Shipping. We've got carrier, dispatcher, dealer, broker, loadboard technology company, all in one. This is a big show. This is cool. So, and if you know what show number in a row this is, put it in the live chat. That'd be cool. See if somebody gets. Oh, what am I doing? That's not the button, Jay. We already did that. So please do click share, click like, smash that like button. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. And if you're, if it's your first time here and you're not sure, what are these ATI guys doing? Call or text Ty 417-483-2764. and he would be happy to talk to you about equipment, load boards, mobile apps, or running lanes. Hey, let's talk about running lanes. So we're live. We're going to be live for a while. I may hit some wrong buttons. So help me out. Stick around. Right after this, we're going to go into the live chat. I'll be right back. Location Services. Collateral recovery with pinpoint precision and advanced proprietary technologies. Your single source for nationwide collateral recovery. LS Recovery. Certified and compliant. LS Skip. Experienced recovery. LSPR. Advanced plate recognition. LS Impound. Precision capture. LS Remarketing. Nationwide auction partners. LS Keys. Professional locksmith. LS Transport to any destination. LS Titles. Verified documentation. LS Auto Notice. Secure fulfillment. One contact. One contract. We do it all. Location Services.
Recon 2023. Time to line. Speed to sale. Managed by metrics. Know what you don't know. Technician efficiency. Workflow efficiency. More cars, less time. Know where your cars are. Connect to what you expect. Rapid Recon can help.
Car dealers can see the Rapid Recon difference with transparent communication through the vehicle reconditioning process, auto remarketing, and dealer inventory management software. Visit rapidrecon.com. Thank you so much for taking the time. Really do appreciate it. It is now time. We're going to go into the live chat. There's your link. Oh, and speaking of Rapid Recon, don't forget, check this out. You can get, I got a free book. Connect to what you expect, strategic T2L, time to line. What is time to line? Dennis McGinn tells you in this free copy. Get your free copy. I'll put the link at the bottom of the show notes. All right, let's go into the live chat. So I'm going to back this up to the top. Wow, we've had a lot of live chat. It is not going unnoticed. We have a lot of activity today because Super Dispatch knows a lot of people. So if you are a Super Dispatch fan, go ahead and put that in the live chat. That would be great. Thank you so much. Robin Hood and New York says hello. Got in here first. And Penguin Macaro. Will this be recorded and can I watch later? Absolutely. Now, because you're watching, you should have the live link. But if you don't, I just put the live show link in the live chat. The live show link. It'll create an echo. I don't know. You'll be fine. Hey, what's going in? Yes. Cars on the Move. Ty is here. Mark Rodicke is here. Looking forward to a great show. Elena is here. What's up, Elena? Thursday's Elena. You know what I'm saying? Carlos Braxton is here. What's up, Carlos? Thanks, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, saying hello. Trisha Renji is on the panel tonight. Trisha is here. Super Ben, what's up, ATI crew? Yes, we're going to talk about Super Loadboard. And we've got more Super Dispatch in the live chat. So if you have a Super Dispatch question, comment, feedback, praise, you just want to throw some confetti or money, put it in the live chat. That is welcome and encouraged. And listen, if you got, maybe there's something you're having an issue with, you know, it's ATI. That's what we do here. Everything, it's, you know, it's freedom. It's your freedom business channel. Levi C is here from Kansas City. What's going on, Levi? Eladio Gomez. Hey, what's up, Toucan Transport? You know, the way you say something changes the whole meaning, Jay. Toucan Transport. Trakita Jernine, what's up? Also in KC. What's going on? Wow, cool. OAV Transport, what's happening? I believe that's Kelly. Seeing with all the pseudo names and the aliases and the shadow banning, it's hard to remember who people are, but I try. I really do try. Danny B is with us. Chris Chamberlain is with us. John, Car Hauling Chip, is with us. That's awesome. Thank you for saying hello and tuning in. I think this is going to be a big show. Corja Auto Hauling. Wow. Hey, what's up, Corja Auto Hauling? I'll give you an applause for that one. What's going on? And Daniel Puentes is back. Daniel making money. Sky Hallman is in here making money. What's up, Sky? That's super cool. This is fun. This is not the norm. We got a lot of people here. You know, I've always wanted to have one of those super chats, those live chats where it's scrolling so fast you can't even read it. You know, usually that's like with the kids and the games and the, I don't know, stuff. Not a crusty old car hauling channel. 925 All Access Logistics has a double thumbs up. And by the way, if you get the chance, if you look around, I don't know where they are, but if you find a like laying around doing nothing, go ahead and smash that on the screen for me. I really would appreciate that. I will even, you know, I'll give you the post-apocalyptic horn. Got an extra like, put it in the live chat. Let's see here. JT is here. Juliana Kozlowski is here. Wow, this is quite the show we're having. And we're just saying hello. Daniyor Aleyev. Wow, awesome. Keep it coming. This is great. Yeah, and so I think what we can tell is, Mike, by the way, the audio's okay? Jeez, Jay, really? You're just checking the audio now? Maybe you should try a video test before the show. Yeah, I did that. But you never know. The audio changes. So let me know. If anything changes, if there's something going on that we need to shine a light on, please do let me know. Oh, thank you so much. Ty is making martinis in the super chat. Really do appreciate that. Douglas is here. Golly. Empty mental health first. Miss you guys. Okay. Well, listen, man. You're home. Welcome home. It's ATI. Feel free to be at home. And wow, Poe is here. Seth Luck is here. My gosh. We're going to have to add another wing. This is great. Thank you so much for tuning in to ATI Tuesday Nights Live. It means so much to us. It means a lot to the community. Stan Deak is here too. Wow. And if you remember, if you see that like laying around, put it on the screen. Let's do this. Wow, Paulie is here too? Holy mackerel. We'll never get to industry news. They just keep piling in. We got buses showing up outside. Do me a favor. Stick around. Right after this, we'll go into industry news. And I don't even have as much news as normal, but we are going to talk about Auto Intel Summit. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Transport Auto Quoter is by far the leading auto quoting software on the market, and the only auto quoter with a pro version that comes preset with accurate pricing for anywhere in the U.S. So you don't have to worry about it. The best part is that no change with your current software is needed. Just plug TAQ in and start booking jobs. Carriers can easily plug TAQ into their current websites and start making money right away. I bet you're wondering how we do this instantly and accurately 24/7. Well, constant analytics is the key. Our Price Watch team is constantly monitoring current market conditions, paying close attention to seasonal and quick-moving industry changes. At the end of the day, it takes a lot of time and data to maintain good pricing, time that most of us just don't have on a daily basis. So free yourself up. Using TAQ Pro is really a no-brainer. Save time and money, maximizing your leads and optimizing your online investments. You'll finally be able to sleep well at night knowing that TAQ is on the job selling for you 24/7. Never missing a potential job.
Are you searching for that midnight auto shipping quote and new lead software you can trust? Provide instant, accurate quotes online with Transport Auto Quoter. Get the right price the first time. Visit superflowsystems.com. Thank you so much, everybody. Really do appreciate you piling in the chat. That is awesome. Hey, does anybody know what show number this is? What show number is this? Oh, man. Wow. Thank you, Marc. making martinis in the super chat and hitting a home run. Thank you so much, Mark. Really do appreciate it. Transport Auto Quoter in the house. If you have a question about Transport Auto Quoter, you'll see the link, superflowsystems.com. Mark is here, and it's amazing. It'll transform your business, being able to give accurate quotes anytime, 24/7. All right, here we go. Let's do this thing. This is show number. It's the Super Loadboard secret. It's show number 290 in a row on a Tuesday night. Sometimes during the day, sometimes in the afternoon. When we go to Digital Dealer, we're going to go a little earlier than our normal late night time. But yeah, show 290 in a row on a Tuesday. And we have so much to talk about. Super Dispatch has been launching all these features and updates and building the organization on behalf of carriers, dispatchers, brokers, shippers, dealers, and they want you to know how do you do that? How do you let everybody know all the things you've updated, right? How do you do that? So one way is on ATI, right? Because nobody can go through the website and read all the updates and the V2s and the .1s and all that stuff. So we're going to try to help bring that information. But if you have ideas, something to suggest, you can also do that as well. You can put it in the live chat tonight. You can put it in the comments below. You can reach out to Super Dispatch staff that's going to be here. Even on Thursdays. On Thursdays now, you'll see a lot of Super Dispatch information on Thursdays. Join us on Thursdays. Are you familiar with the Dispatching Live show? Are you kidding me? This show... this show's controversial. Here. I'll just put DL. Click the link. That's the next Dispatching Live. I just put it in the live chat. You've got to tune into that crazy show. All right. What else we got here? And Gino, in fact, Gino has sent in information from Super Dispatch, sharing information on Thursdays. We're going to do more of that tonight because there is a lot to know. For example, how to search for loads along the route. Now, if you know, I don't know if you know, I was a dispatcher once. Back in the day. Back in my day, I was a dispatcher. Well, in doing that, and I learned, you're always trying to find a better way to find a load faster. Well, they now have this feature. You can search for loads along the route. Did you know that? Well, you can learn more about that tonight. And even they have on their website, there's FAQs and resources that you can click and learn and improve your business, improve your workflow. And we talk about that also on Fridays on Cars on the Move, where we start then to talk about developing your running lane and talking to customers and building relationships. There's a lot to talk about. That's why we always talk about connecting the front of the store to the back of the store. The back of the store is where the carriers usually are, right? In the transport parking lot. But we want to walk you around to the front. See what the dealers and the shippers are doing to understand their business better. And by the way, hey, let's try to walk a dealer around to the back. How about that? Show him the transport parking lot. We talk about the ecosystem. It is an ecosystem. I mean, from new cars to used cars, follow the life of a car and all the services in between. That's the ecosystem. Tonight we're going to talk about services, connecting with carriers on behalf of dealers, shippers, brokers. Again, the thing is connected. I say, if you're in automotive, you're in transportation. And we also, I like to follow the disconnect between sales and operations. Just because some dude sold it doesn't mean that's how it's going to go. You know this. You work in the back of the store. What's the front of the store doing already? No wonder the guy's upset. He's been told something that may or may not be true. By the way, he also is hoping you'll answer the phone and turn on your GPS. But that's why we talk about understanding the carrier. I like this fourth line. Hunting down cars, hunting down people, hunting down payment. That's just part of the job. That's not even in the dispatch. I didn't know I was going to have to hunt down a car for 2 hours. Can you put that in the dispatch sheet next time, please? The remarketer, the consigner, do they understand you? Do you understand them? It is an ecosystem. It's not just a fancy word. And by the way, this also came from Super Dispatch information. Ty was sharing this on stage at a trade show last month. Before 2018, the average lifespan of a new carrier was 3.01 years. After 2018, it dropped to 1.72 years. Haven't seen that YouTube get rich quick video. Let's just move on. Okay, so by the way, I'm gonna say it. I don't know why. I don't know what we do if we need to send a memo to somebody at the trailer manufacturer. Can we find a way for trailers to stop getting hung up? We know the railroad tracks have a kind of a hump there in the middle, and we're seeing this is too often. There's a whole video. We'll go into it on Thursday. I don't want to stick around on that. Cocaine Bear was spotted by Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. What's Cocaine Bear? You don't want to know. Don't do that. Don't be the bear. We're live at Auto Intel Summit this week. What is Auto Intel Summit? You're going to learn more about it tonight, tomorrow, and these trade shows. Again, you'd think, well, it's just a bunch of stuffy executives. No, not exactly. We're going to tell you more about it because we want you to know. It's important. Auto Intel Summit and the word FinTech. What's FinTech? My gosh. Me and Ty walked around a whole day the first show we went to asking, what's FinTech? Nobody would tell us. Nobody would talk to us. Well, a couple people did. But anyways, Auto Intel Summit is information, financial technology solutions, believe me. If it's automotive, you're in transportation. This is a panel tomorrow live at Auto Intel Summit. Now, I'm not going to live stream this because I don't want to go there, but we're going to do a show after the panel to find out what happened with Stan at Super Dispatch, Ty, Cars on the Move, moderated by John Robertson, Eric at Mannheim Logistics, and Alicia at Assertus are all going to be up on stage talking about what? Auto transport. That's right. And, you know, what is a broker? What is a carrier? What's a dispatcher? What's a load board? What's a TMS? They're going to start with definitions. And what's your definition? Do you have a question? That's what ATI is here for. I realize we all can assume that everybody knows stuff and you don't want to raise your hand and you don't want to look stupid. There are no stupid questions. Ask away. Fire away. Not everybody knows what we're talking about all the time. Really, any of the time. How can it work? And then, you know, this is another slide that John's got. Thank you, John, for the slides. This is part of his presentation tomorrow, but I just wanted to give a taste to the community and maybe get some feedback for John. Shipper, broker, carrier, dispatcher, what's everybody do? What do they all say? What happens when everybody's robots? And who does what? And how do they overlap? And what are the functions and benefits? And what are the pros and pros and cons of these different parts of the ecosystem? So again, hear from the experts. Ty with the carriers, Stan with the TMS, Alicia, broker, Eric, load board. It is really going to be a fascinating panel. Look how much you just learned in like what? Right? What did that cost? You might have missed a few TikToks, but other than that, I don't know. It's irreplaceable. Ty is live at Auto Intel Summit. This is just kind of a peek into. These shows are pretty cool. Yeah, they take time. Yeah, they cost a little bit. But it's amazing the relationships you build and the people you meet. It's really pretty neat. If you got a question about it, send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Drop me a line, contact Ty, put it in the comments, smash the like button, rinse and repeat. Right? And this is about the time. Oh, it's 7:25. You know what time it is. Put it up on the big screen because it is time. That's right. Step right up. We'll get 5 new questions. That's right. Are you a car shipping guru? Play Ask Larry. Step right up. 5 new questions. You ready? Man, this moves fast. We don't have a lot of time, right? Time is of the essence. Question 1. What is Super Pay? Lower dispatching fees with a 10-day carrier pay? Integrated payments getting carriers paid 2 to 3 days faster? PayPal payments made 5 days after a received signed EBOL, or the opposite of slow and expensive broker pay? What is Super Pay? Yeah, you could put A, B, C, or D, right? Upper left, A. Well, we should put hey, Mark, make a note. We should put A, B, C, and D on the cards. I had never thought of that. Kelly at OAV is not choosing lower dispatching fees with a 10-day carrier pay. Carlos is not choosing PayPal payments made 5 days after receipt, signed EBOL. And Eladia is not choosing the opposite of slow and expensive broker pay. That's just too bad. Well, everybody got it right. Good job. All right, well, I got 4 more. I'm going to try to trick you. Here we go. Question 2. True or false? While on the road, carriers can book loads along the route within their preferred radius. That can't be right. That sounds too convenient. That's going to be too easy. What will everybody do with all that extra time and money and happiness? True or false, while on the road, carriers can book loads along the route within their preferred radius. I know. It gets pretty hammy. I know. I need to relax. You're right. I should drink some ELD punch. That always, sours my mood. There we go. I feel terrible now. Oh, everybody's got true. Could it be true? It is true. That's 2 out of 2. Right. Nobody likes the ELD. Am I right? Okay. Yeah, that was easy, Jake. Question 3. On Super Loadboard, what is instant booking? Automated 24/7 dispatching to broker preferred carriers with just one click? Flexibility to book or cancel loads 24/7 with any dealer, broker, or shipper? Ooh. You can cancel loads whenever you want? Immediate confirmation of dispatch without knowing anything about the load? Or the ability to book anything you want without having to worry about anything. That's gotta be it, right? Anyway, isn't that how it's always been done? Please tell me that's how it's always been done. Kelly is not choosing flexibility to book or cancel loads 24/7. Corja is not choosing immediate confirmation of dispatch without knowing anything. And Eladio is not choosing the ability to book anything you want without having to worry about anything, which is too bad because I'm pretty sure there's a load board where you can do that. I'm guessing. I don't know. It was a rumor. See, Auto Transport, everything you need to know. Got it. There you go. Where is it? Okay. All right. You're doing pretty well. Let's keep going. Question 4. True or false? Shippers and brokers can choose to automate posting loads to Super Loadboard. Ooh, you can automate posting loads? Automate posting loads? Wow. That can't be true. There's no way. Automate posting loads? Do people know this? My God, what will they do? It'll change everything. It'll change the world. That's true. I know. It's too much. Question 5, here we go. On Super Loadboard, what does verified mean? Users are guaranteed special privileges, such as not delivering or answering the phone. Brokers are granted online immunity and are not required to pay the carrier. Carriers and shippers have been vetted by Super Dispatch to ensure reliability, quality, and compliance. Or it's just a fancy way of justifying the giant broker fees shippers have to pay. Clock is ticking. On Super Loadboard, what does verified even mean? Oh, Carlos is not choosing users are guaranteed special privileges, such as not delivering or answering the phone. Kelly is not choosing brokers are granted online immunity and not required to pay the carrier. And Corja is not choosing, it's just a fancy way of justifying the giant broker fees shippers have to pay. You are a winner. I think you got all 5 of them right. I heard a rumor that there's some Super Dispatch swag here tonight. So see if you can find out more about the swag. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get... this was so darn good, I'm going to get me another taste of this. We'll be right back after this with more industry news. Stick around. Ship.Cars. Intelligent car shipping made simple. Auctions and dealerships get ready to modernize drive-away dispatching. As part of the auction experience, Ship.Cars now offers Drive Away to help shippers dispatch small loads with ease. Moving single vehicle loads typically requires a lot of time, paperwork, and phone calls. With Drive Away, shippers create loads in LoadMate Pro and dispatch directly to drivers, who are notified automatically, eliminating manual calls and paper dispatch. Once the load is in transit, shippers receive progress updates until delivery. Ship, dispatch, track, and deliver single vehicle loads for auctions and dealerships. LoadMate Pro, shipper platform. Visit Ship.Cars. Auctions and dealerships modernize drive-away dispatching with intelligent car shipping tech. Ship, dispatch, track, and deliver with LoadMate Pro shipper platform. Visit Ship.Cars. All right, here we go. We're in the second half of industry news. Don't have a lot of news, so that's fine. We're going to go to Ty, but this is what we call the pulse. And it's interesting. Sometimes there's a ton of news. Sometimes there's just not that much. But at the top of it, I got this. This is actually pretty interesting. Capital One exits the floor plan lending business. The banking giant decided to exit floor plan lending on March 29th, but will stay in the auto finance business. Capital One decided to terminate its auto dealer service businesses offering floor plan lending. No impact on the auto finance business. They've had 25 years of experience. This is Capital One, right? What's in your wallet? Why would a giant bank do that, right? Capital One exiting the business at a time of rising costs. I mean, this is a harbinger, folks. Thanks to a decade of cheap credit, floor plan incentives often resulted in profit because the incentives the manufacturers were offering often exceeded the low interest costs of having a few cars on the floor plan financing sitting around. With higher interest rates and less competition in the floor plan financing space, these profits could flip to costs. Not to mention, OEMs aren't going to be cramming cars down dealers' throats anymore. It's amazing how everything is changing slightly. So this is pretty cool. We know STELLA, we know Orbee. Well, STELLA and Orbee are integrating for context-aware sales reception powered by AI. Huh? Yeah. Because STELLA talks and Orbee has like super data. So just ahead of its public recognition at Auto Intel Summit, STELLA Automotive AI made a move with another technology service provider to help dealerships. The provider of high-end conversational technology, stick with me. I promise. You're gonna see something. The provider of high-end conversational technology powered by artificial intelligence announced an adapter integration with Orbee, a leading provider of customer experience middleware for dealerships. Today, STELLA and Orbee said they've developed context-aware receptionist. Context-aware receptionist. Wow. The integration of the STELLA conversational AI platform and the Orbee data-rich customer data platform, CDP, can provide STELLA with customer history and buying signals necessary for her, STELLA, to completely tailor each call experience based on each unique caller. This is not a, totally repetitive, automated system. With Orbee, STELLA is now able to identify callers, their customer history, and their recent marketing engagements as soon as a call is answered. Jay, what's your point? Okay. Context-aware dispatcher. Not yet. But I'm saying you can see this AI stuff, it's going to get nutty. Because we already know there's technology companies working on connecting shippers with carriers direct, which will benefit carriers. So how is that going to work? Well, with this type of stuff, closer. It's really interesting stuff. Fascinating. Brand new news. You heard it here first on ATI. Or you heard it at Auto Intel Summit. And that's why we keep talking about these trade shows. It's likely you're not there. So we're trying to plug you into the new news happening at the latest trade shows. For example, here's a session happening tomorrow after the transport panel. Dealers go digital and compete with big box stores. Consumer shopping habits when it comes to purchasing new and used vehicles have evolved incredibly over the last years. And digital solutions and the dealership barriers and tech solutions, etc. There is so much going on. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I don't want to take your time. You're busy, okay? Cybersecurity champions. We did this show, what was that, 2 weeks ago? And I had no idea how relevant it would be to what's happening. Here's one. This either came in today or yesterday. Somebody got into somebody's account and the hacker requested 100 loads. Like that. Okay, that's not good. That could be a problem for your business. So we're going to keep talking about accounts getting hacked on Dispatching Live. Join us on Thursday. I don't know what we do. I don't want it to sound like any one company has this problem. What I'm worried about is I think it's going to be all of the load boards and technology are going to. It's not that the tech is getting hacked. I think what's happening is I think the user is getting manipulated into clicking a link they shouldn't click. We're all busy. We get a jillion emails, a gazillion text messages, and you click the wrong one, and you've just handed the steering wheel to some dude on the other side of the planet. So be careful. We're going to keep talking about it, figure out what is going on. We also had last week Fixed Ops Dealer Profit with Rapid Recon. That was a cool show. If you missed it, you might want to check it out. Again, Rapid Recon. This is the I got the free. You can get this free, and you can read this at the truck stops. Be walking around and be like, hey man, I watch ATI. I don't know what get rich quick video you just watched, but I watch ATI and I'm learning about what the dealer's talking about. It's Rapid Recon. It's reconditioning software. That's what we do here. And we even had Rapid Recon on a Friday on Cars on the Move, live in the transport parking lot at the dealership, in the service lane. That was awesome. Front of the store, back of the store. We even went live at NARS Repo Summit. What was that, last week? Gosh, seems like a month ago already. This is crazy. We're going to be live at Digital Dealer in, 2 weeks? Ty's going to be in Tampa. Digital Dealer is an interesting show where dealers are sharing their technology. And you know what? You know who also goes to Digital Dealer? Psst. Brokers. You could be a carrier at Digital Dealer. You could do that. Carriers are there too. Don't tell anybody. Gosh. If you see this, you're dealing with an ATI podcast, so you don't have to be strapped to your computer or your television. Get this. Listen to it, mow the lawn, and learn about ATI or whatever. ATI Auto Business is the name of the YouTube channel. You know you can call or text Ty. I'm going to put his number in here again. He really does want to hear from you. And I'm going to show you another secret. That guy's phone rings off the hook. Every time I get together with him, which isn't that often, he's getting calls. We're at the hotel at the trade show. He's on the phone. And you know what? He's not trying to hurry you off either. He's talking, he's listening, he's giving advice, he's learning, sharing, and, someone say, hey, man, do you know anybody in New Jersey? Oh, yeah, what city? What are you looking for? It's wild stuff. So feel free to call or text Ty. You really can do that. He's accessible. Super Dispatch swag here tonight? Oh, thanks a lot. By the way, if you try to hit that like button and you keep missing, you're like, you're all over the place. Well, focus for me for 1 second. Use both hands and just hit anywhere. Hit that like button. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Get ready for some swag. Super Dispatch is coming up next. This is going to be a party. It's on the Car Shipping Business channel. It's ATI. And remember, we don't ship cars. We move information. We're ATI. We're here to help with the community, so find a way to tap into us and let us know how we can help you. All right, here's what we're going to do. I know, I would like a hat too. Actually, I think I want a hat the most. Can I get a hat? I think I want a hat and a banner. I already clicked off the, wait, I have the image right here. Yeah, because I saved it. And yeah, I want a hat and a pennant. I want a pennant. And maybe, I'll take all of it. Just send it over. Just shove it in the mailbox. Thank you so much. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go live with Ty at Auto Intel Summit. And then he's going to help me introduce Ben. And then we're going to kick off the panel. Man, things are just getting started. So stick around. We'll be right back. Ship Your Car Now presents Integrated Automotive Transportation Solutions. When your car buying customers are on your dealership website shopping for vehicles, they can easily find an instant shipping quote. By entering simple information, first name, last name, email, and phone number, delivery zip, delivery state, and clicking the button, Get Your Shipping Quote. Choose from express shipping, enclosed transport, and proceed to checkout. Review the order summary. Enter the delivery street address and city and click Next. Simply enter your credit card information just like any other online shopping cart. And when you are ready, click Review Your Shipping Order. Check your shipping order one more time and choose Proceed to Checkout. Your delivery is all set. If you want to ship your car now, go to Ship Your Car Now. Ship Your Car Now provides a full suite of vehicle shipping services for all types of businesses. That's why Ship Your Car Now offers trusted carriers, good paying loads that pay fast. Visit shipyourcarnow.com. All right, so now Ty is at the trade show, and when he goes live at trade shows, we never know exactly where he's going to be. What's the lighting going to be like? What's the audio going to be like? Are there going to be people? Can he get in near the booth? I mean, it's kind of wild. So we never know exactly, but that's why we roll with it. Tyree wants a banner. Auto Transport, I wear navy blue Super Dispatch t-shirts at least once or twice a week. Wow. That is cool. Ty wants a t-shirt. 925 wants a cap. It's swag time. Golden Logistics. Hello, what do you think about future changes in logistics and in particular the merger of brokers and carriers? Okay, good question. All right, I'll tell you what. So let me first start by saying this. We're talking about the merger of brokers and logistics, and then future changes that gets into speculation. But AI is definitely going to be in transportation and logistics by 2030. I don't know in what way, but it will. Like AI, I know we got to stop thinking sci-fi scary movie, right? AI, although I don't stop thinking about that entirely, because that's 2050. But in 2030, AI will be helping your business. Just like we did AI vehicle inspections on Friday, we were talking about. And like, what if, every time you pick up a car, you go to your mobile app, and you no longer, what you do, you take photos or a video, you just walk around, take a photo, all that stuff. But you no longer have to mark damages, because the AI detects all the damages automatically. So all you got to do, that'd be cool. Just hit record, walk around the car, do the thing, follow the prompts. And you don't have to mark damages anymore. Now, of course, there's a downside that could be envisioned, but that will be a use of AI. But on the merger of broker carrier, listen, if you're a carrier, you should consider setting up a brokerage sister company to broker loads that you can't get. And the only way that's going to happen is if you're building a customer base, building relationships. I mean, you could do that with loadboard loads, but I don't think that's exactly what we're talking about. But anyways, those are some of the things that I see. I really appreciate the question. Ishmael Puente wants a hat and a t-shirt. Cross-country transportation. Yeah. Don't get me started, right? Clearly. Look at that. I've been talking nonstop for 44 minutes. Let's check in with Ty. All right, here we go. Give him a drum roll, ladies and gentlemen. He's live at Auto Intel Summit. Ty, can you see me and hear me okay?
Yeah, can you see me? That's the real question.
I can see you. I can hear you. I'm used to you being somewhere. Why don't you take it away? Where are you and what are you doing?
Well, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm at, I think it's a Hilton Marriott. It's the Auto Intel Summit 2023 conference, okay? Auto Intel Summit, FinTech, that's a big word. Okay, so I have to slow down, okay? I have to slow down when I talk to you because I get so excited.
I know.
You know that?
Oh, me too. No.
No, so what
That's
I get
crazy.
excited about is, okay, so I didn't sleep last night. I don't know what happened. Yeah,
Wow.
I had to get up at 3.
Oh.
So I've been up since 3. Then the Southwest Airlines has some kind of crazy problem, right? So you're in Chicago.
Okay.
You got a layover, 2-hour layover in Chicago. Who cares, right? Sorry, Ty. I had to drive 400 miles and drop 2 cars off at 4 different places.
Yeah, no
right?
kidding,
So who cares
right.
about your schedule.
You and your flight.
You
Whatever,
and your
man.
flight. Who cares? Good luck with that, buddy. No, but we're here, Auto Intel Summit. So I got here, I got cleaned up, I changed, and I immediately do what we do at ATI. So what do we do at ATI? We network. And Jay knows this better than anybody. You don't want to get into a closed elevator with Ty. So what happened today?
Man,
yeah,
don't get
I'm
me
in a
started.
closed-
I know,
I'm
but
in
it
an
works.
elevator.
You meet all kinds of people. It's wild.
Wait till you hear this story. Emily, right, with Ernst and
Ernst
Young.
and Young. Yeah, one of the big 6. Yeah, CPA accounting firms. Wow, that's
Can you see my
cool.
face?
Yeah, that's cool, man. Wow. Dude, and she taught. She was like. She wasn't like,
She was
get
like,
away
"You're
from
scary."
me.
Yeah, no. There was the whole "you're
I'm
creeper,
sure it
get
was.
away." Come on, man. What are you doing, right? Anyway, meet her. Then meet her higher up, Courtney, I believe, and start walking around. Run into Bill Zadite. Thank you, Bill Zadite. Thank you, Cherokee Media. You guys are
Yes.
amazing. I spent a lot of time with Dana Nussbaum. A lot of time.
Oh, awesome.
And let me tell you about Dana, just real quick. She is one of us. So what I mean by that is Cherokee Media is smart. By taking people like a Dana Nussbaum and saying something as simple as, you know, we want you to work for us. Guess what? Guess where she came from? She came from an auction.
Oh, wow.
2, she was IAA and Odessa. So point is here's what I'm saying. The people that we meet, what we do here at ATI is we're here to find out what's going on out here, because eventually whatever's going on inside here, and we're going to go in just a minute. There's nobody here, by the way. Everybody's gone.
Wow.
Everybody's tired. I think I might run into 1 or 2 guys. But the point is what we're doing here is we're learning what will affect you in your car hauling business. Okay? You got a truck, you got a trailer, good. Okay, you got a load board, good. You got a TMS, super dispatch, great. Okay, so I come in, I run into Miriam. Remember Miriam?
Yes, was she in the picture from Location Services?
Yeah.
Awesome, yeah.
So she's here. She's not familiar with this conference. I'm like, Miriam, come here. We're friends.
Yes.
We met at, I met her at Orlando last week
Repo
at the
Summit.
NARS Repo Summit. So you can tell. And hey, anybody that wants to come to one of these, I want you to come. Okay,
Yeah.
and I will be here for you, and I will introduce you to people, and I will, I will
exactly.
hold your hand.
We won't leave you alone while
No.
we're like, hanging out and partying with the big wigs.
we don't
join
do that.
us.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I run into Miriam. Miriam, do you know my friend Stan? Do you know Stan?
That's Super Dispatch,
Stan.
right?
Stan?
And she didn't know
No.
him, right?
Didn't know it.
Yeah,
Right.
awesome. Yeah.
Do you know John Roberts? John Robertson? No.
Ship.Car
Okay,
now.
good.
She didn't know him. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Do you know Ernst and Young that I met on the
Right,
elevator?
here's Emily. Right. Totally. And this
you
is, by the way,
following me?
anybody listening right now, take a note. Here's what you want to do. When you do go to the trade show, try to remember people's names. Like you just told me Emily at Ernst & Young, and I
Courtney.
drove that into my skull. Right.
Yeah. So there's a
it
class
helps
you can
so
take.
much.
It's called
Is
Dale
there?
Carnegie, How to Remember Names.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And I learned
That's
it a long
cool.
time
Oh,
ago, probably when
great.
I was like 19. And it's funny because somebody caught me. They
Who,
called me
Dale?
out.
You mean Dale Carnagen? Okay.
Dale Carnegie. Yeah. Budweiser. I mean, fuck. What light? Sorry.
Ty does this. He'll get somebody's name right except for one syllable.
Yeah. Latin pot. No.
There's no
but that's
Latin
what we do.
pots.
So,
Yeah.
so what we're doing here is we're here for you. Okay.
Yeah,
Who are
that's
you?
right. That's
I'm
right.
the guy who's trying to figure this out. Right. I got a
Hey,
load board.
and there's Stan. I see Stan.
Hey, there's Stan.
Stan.
There he is. Hey, buddy.
Stan
How
from
are you?
Super Dispatch. Wow.
Stan from Super Dispatch. This might be a good time to bring Ben there.
Yeah, bring him in.
I just saw you out here and I thought I would say hello.
Thank you. Are you going back inside?
I want to go back inside.
I'll meet
you do
you.
your part.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, hey,
This is
I'm
Stan.
excited for the night. Hi, everybody.
So
That's
tell us
awesome.
your title. What do you do at Super Dispatch?
I am Chief Revenue Officer at Super
Come
Dispatch.
this way.
Which means-
Just look alive.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, look at that.
Much better.
Nice.
You are a handsome man.
Yeah, I like that.
Sales, marketing, customer success, revenue operations. So
Sales, marketing,
customer success,
customer success.
revenue operations.
Now, Stan, we hung out for a little while.
We did.
We met some people.
We did. We
Did
met
I
a lot of
introduce you
people
to a lot of people?
today. Ty, if anybody has ever seen How I Met Your Mother and they remember this skit where they're like, have you met Ted? That's like hanging out with Ty. Ty introduces you to everybody. He knows everybody.
It's crazy.
Amazing quality. I don't know how he has such good name recall, but it's an amazing
That was
skill.
Stan. Stan was the one that was telling me about
All time.
the names. So we met
all
Courtney, we met the Ernst and Young. There's
Yeah.
a connection.
Yeah.
Now I just want to pause. We'll bring Ben on in just a second, but I saw the most.
I'm an interloper right now. I shouldn't be here.
No, you should be. Hey, come on, say hi to Jay. It's Jay. Look here. Here's Jay. Yeah, we're live. We're always live.
Come on in.
Hey,
What's your name?
it's Mark.
Hey there, Mark from Turn
Mark.
Automotive.
Mark
What's
from
up?
Turn Automotive. What's
Who's
up?
Turn?
Mark
Who's
from
this?
Turn Automotive.
Who? Todd, I haven't met you. I'm Todd. Say hi.
What's up?
Hey, how you
Jay,
doing?
You know Jay?
Of course. Yep.
Everybody knows Jay. Turn Automotive. Tell us what you do and why you're here.
So we're here at the Automotive Intel Summit, meeting our friends, people like Ty, running into people, and we do digital dealer-to-dealer wholesale. So
Digital dealer, wholesale to wholesale. I know that.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that, because I really do. I know some people. There's a Dealer's Link.
right?
Is that the same idea?
Well, we do what all the others do, the ACVs of the world, Backlot, good companies like that.
Okay.
But our thing is, how do you get cars? What happens when a deal goes wrong, right? We handle arbitration different, and we back our dealers different. So our big thing is our warranty and how we're taking care of dealers. What happens if that car shows up with something undisclosed, right? Do you blame it
That
on the
happens.
transporter?
Yeah.
Could it be
all day.
transport
There's the
damage?
transport.
I
guy.
always blame the transporter, but no, maybe it was something wrong on the car, and we keep the deal together. So that's the quick pitch on what we do.
Turn.
Perfect.
Turn Automotive.
Oh,
Turn
and by the
Automotive.
way,
Turn Automotive.
elevator
Jay's talking.
pitch. Elevator
Elevator
pitch. Like
Okay,
Mark
just-
just did. What Mark just did.
Mark.
Elevator
Mark just gave
pitch.
the elevator pitch.
Have
That was
one.
the quick
Have
elevator
one of
pitch.
those.
Have an
yes.
elevator pitch.
Have
you
an
did
elevator
good.
pitch,
Jay's
yes.
so excited about your elevator pitch. That's
I
good.
love
Well, I
that.
want to get with you tomorrow. Let's get together and let's learn more. Thanks,
Good
Mark.
seeing you.
Good
Thanks,
to
Jay.
see you.
Thanks,
Nice to
Mark.
meet you.
Thank
Todd?
you very much.
Thanks,
Look
Todd.
at this.
Have a good one.
It's
Where's
round
Max?
robin.
Time out.
It's live with Ty. Round robin. If you're just joining now, here's another.
Max.
Oh no way. Oh, it's Max at ACI
Ladies and
Transport.
gentlemen,
Max ACI?
ACI
Is that
Transport.
right?
That's
I heard
right.
your name come up today from another company. I don't remember who though.
Location.
Anyway.
Yeah, Miriam.
Miriam?
Yeah, with Miriam.
You guys
Location.
work with Miriam?
Oh yeah, Location Services is a great company in terms of like how they represent the post repossession market, and I think that with post repossession and us and ACI, we really have to understand the EV repossession process because
Oh, man.
it's a pain in the ass.
I
Nobody's
can't even
right.
repo a normal
EVs.
car, let alone an
EV
EV.
repossession.
No,
You have
No
to know the
joke.
process.
No,
You're right.
No, we have to know the process. And
Yeah.
like
Is there?
there is.
What is it?
So like it depends. on
EV
the model.
repo.
EV repos.
Let's hear about it.
So Teslas, for instance, if you have a no-key Tesla that's you're repossessing,
No key Tesla. Okay.
no-key Tesla with a dead battery.
Oh.
Now, what do you do?
How do you do that?
How do you
I'm
exactly?
going rollback.
Oh, I'm going.
That's the only way.
The
Rollback.
problem is-
drag it.
No, if you drag it, you know what happens is you ruin the motors.
Okay.
Because each motor has an independent motor inside of it, so that's going to cost
The
you
wheels.
$20,000
Oh,
just
yeah.
to get it moved.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
So
Wow.
you have to figure out how to open the car first just to get it into neutral. Now, in order to do this, it's about a half-hour procedure. You have to unlock the frunk from the manual position. The frunk. It has a frunk.
That's
okay?
right. What the frunk is wrong with you, man?
It's a mother frunker.
Mother
Mother frunker. Okay?
Mother frunk.
Mother
And once you do
frunker.
that, there's a place inside the frunk where you have to unlatch a little hole. It's like playing. Did you ever play Mousetrap when you were a kid, or like know what game that is? Okay. You literally have to go through 4 different procedures just to get inside the car to connect a little battery. This little battery with 2 wires just to unlock the car.
Oh.
And I'm just sitting here, just like,
Oh.
what are we doing here? And then this is from Tesla itself. How to unlock a car. All of our transporters need to learn this process. And if we don't share these,
Okay,
like, let's start sharing these things.
Now, we're not a repo. I'm a transport guy.
Oh, I'm a transport
But
type.
So,
This
a
is
transport
good.
guy, how do we deal with it?
But yeah,
How-
you could
we
be.
have to-
You
how do we
could
do
have
it?
a.
I'm going to create a booklet
Co-part.
for everyone in post repo.
Okay.
This is from
Post-repo.
repossession to
So, if
auction.
the carrier goes to the repo lot,
Yep, to pick up.
assuming, by the way, I was at Orlando last week.
Yeah.
The repo guys have figured it out. We'll haul our own cars from our lot to the auction. We don't need you.
Oh yeah, they don't need it if you're going 25 miles.
20, yeah, you get out. Well, we met Chris. His average is 487 miles.
How many trucks does
4
it
at a
have?
time.
Yeah, in North
Short time.
Dakota.
4 cars at a time. North
Oh,
Dakota. Yeah, I
North
want you to
Dakota,
meet him.
yeah.
Great guy.
That's North Dakota.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nowhere.
exactly.
Right.
North
North
Dakota.
Dakota.
Okay.
That's a whole different
Okay.
province inside of itself,
Okay.
I'll go to Fargo. Want to go to Fargo?
Fargo, no.
Fargo. You
But
want
Chris is our guy.
Is he Fargo, North Dakota?
He could be, yeah.
Oh,
He's got a lot there.
See,
Okay, so let's
who
go to
doesn't
Fargo.
want to go
I'm
to a
down for
trade
North
show
Dakota,
right
don't
now?
Okay,
Are
we're
you
ready.
kidding
We're going
me?
to North
Oh,
Dakota.
This is
Yeah.
awesome.
We're gonna go.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Ty, we're coming up on Ben's segment.
Okay, Ben's coming up. Ben's
We're
coming
coming up
Jay's
on
talking
Ben's
about it.
segment.
Oh.
I just want to say, good job, Max.
Thanks, Jay.
Good job,
Thanks,
Max. That was
Good to
actually
see you, buddy.
that was really interesting.
Good job.
And it gave this was an insight.
Give you a
So you
repo
see
process.
what the trade shows like. These trade shows actually they're fascinating. The people you meet, the conversations you have. All right, let's do this. Ty, here's
Yeah.
what we're gonna do. I'm gonna remember that.
Bring Ben.
Do you remember that Super Dispatch video I showed you?
Yeah. Play
Okay.
it.
Nobody's
Yeah,
ever
watch
seen
this.
it. Okay, here we
Nobody.
go.
This is crazy. Watch
Okay,
this, guys.
first time ever on.
Yeah,
this is
watch this. This
no
is
one's
nuts.
ever seen it. Only Ty has seen
Nobody.
this. So stick around. Here we go.
And-
This is the first time, the world premiere of the Super Dispatch video ad on ATI. Stick around. After this, we're going to be live with Ben Hargis. You aren't going to want to miss it.
I'm Kevin Prada. I'm, president of JP Auto Transport, I'm here to impose my will. I'm here to win business. I'm at NADA. I'm going to meet people. I'm going to make friendships. I'm going to make relationships. And I'm going to pick up some $1 million contracts here. This is how it's done. Have I ever came here and picked up $1 million contracts before? No, but today's a good start. We got a transport company, so we're asset-based. We own semi-trucks, and we deliver vehicles for dealerships. We're all typically new and used, so we transport vehicles. We transport vehicles, we transport trucks. Yeah, right now, we work nationwide, but like I said, we specialize West Coast, Southwest. On the West Coast, Southwest region. Wherever the customer needs us to go, that's where we go. We have our own fleet of trucks, we got our own drivers. We also use Super Dispatch, so everything, all our transports run through Super Dispatch. All our drivers are GPS tracked. I mean, you understand how it works. You use Super Dispatch. Yes, pleasure meeting you, sir. Can I take one of your cards, Marc? Can I take a card? You got a card, Scott? Can I leave my card with you? This is my information. Okay. I don't know if you want to take. And that's actually, so what you're mentioning, we work with a lot of companies that are selling online, right? I don't know if people still use cards, but I do.
Super Dispatch TMS mobile app and Super Loadboard helps carriers, brokers, dispatchers, dealers, and shippers streamline the process and move cars fast on one auto transport platform. Visit superdispatch.com. All right, here we go. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Here comes Ben Hargis, product manager at Super Dispatch. Ben, can you see me and hear me okay?
Hey, Jay. Hey, Ty. How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Okay.
Hey, Ben.
Awesome.
Good to see you guys. buddy.
Wow, this is cool. Yeah, man. So you're at the offices. All right, start here, Ben. Please do say hello to anyone who's not aware of who you are, and take it away. Take the microphone. You have it.
Thanks, Jay. Yeah, it's awesome to be here talking about Super Dispatch tonight. My name is Ben Hargis. I'm a product manager here at Super Dispatch. I've been here for about 2 years. Yeah, big part of my job is to just ensure we're, solving real problems in the auto transport industry, for our customers. And the biggest part of my job is really just to learn from our customers. And so that's what I spend a lot of my time doing, talking to carriers, shippers, and brokers, and, learning about them, their businesses, and the challenges that they face, in their day-to-day processes with scaling their logistics operations in this very fast industry that is auto transport. So it's really cool that I get to be here and join you guys again. This is definitely more than an industry. I tune in almost every Tuesday and Thursday and just hang out in the chat and try to talk with carriers and shippers and brokers and hear about those problems because there's a lot to work on, and we're always focused on that. So
Ben, I want to know, when you say you talk to carriers, I talk to carriers too. So I want to know, sorry for the background noise, but I want to know, when you talk to carriers, I'm assuming you're talking to somewhat new carriers?
It's a pretty healthy mix. Yeah. Generally on a week-to-week basis, I spend a lot of my time just talking with, anybody from, those enterprise asset-heavy carriers that we have using Super Dispatch to your, one truck, one trailer owner-operators who are using Super Loadboard to try and grow their businesses and, acquire more customers and, just move faster. So
that's what when I talk to the new guys, they want to know, what load board do I use and where can I find a dispatcher, right? Those are the most frequent questions I hear off of this platform. Call Ty, 417-483-2764. Hey Ty, I bought a truck and a trailer. I just spent $175,000. Oh, I need a load board and a dispatcher. So tell me some of your stories. I want to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hear? Oh, yeah, I'm going to add to that. Yeah, what are some common questions you get? That's a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess some of the common questions we would get are, what does it take to be a verified carrier on Super Dispatch? As probably a lot of you guys know, you have to be a verified carrier in order to use Super Loadboard. The reason we do this is to ensure as much trust and safety in the marketplace that is a load board as possible. So they say, hey, what do I need, to become a verified carrier? And it's all the standard documents that you would need to provide any other, shipper or broker directly. It's your W-9, your US DOT cert, certificate of insurance. A lot of them want to know, hey, how can I get started building a reliable and trustworthy customer base and represent myself in the best way possible?
Okay, so the carrier wants to know, how do I keep my truck loaded, right?
Exactly.
And I'm assuming when you're talking to them, they're looking at the load board, right? The load board aspect of it, because what I've seen. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I sounding?
Yeah, no, you're good. No,
okay?
Actually, no, your audio's great. You're good.
Okay.
Really.
So what I see is, on my end, is I see carriers. I mean, they're solid individuals that genuinely want to build a business. They really, that's the goal. They talk to a guy at a truck shop. They watch the YouTube video, and they've got it in their mind. Now, this is great. This is between Ben and I, right? So my guys that I talk to,
and everybody live, but sure.
No, Ben and
By the way, I want you, and I want to say this too. As you say this, what's neat, and we're going to see this tonight, is that Ty, while you're talking about the carrier, we're also tonight talking to dispatchers, dealers, shippers, and brokers.
Well, and that's tomorrow's panel. Dispatchers is a big part of tomorrow's panel.
Tonight's panel and tomorrow's panel, by the way, which is neat. That's what's cool.
Yeah, and I think that I'm really excited. Just so everybody knows, I'm going to go ahead and take the mic for a minute. Having Super Dispatch as a partner, okay, that's the key word. To be a part of Super Dispatch, for ATI to be a part, we're very thankful. Number one. But number two, we recognize the first to market. We recognize the carrier. We understand the idea, the goal, right? I get it. It's in my opinion, tell me if I'm wrong or right, Ben or Jay, but to me, super dispatch is literally the guardrails at the bumper rails at the bowling alley. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you said. Yeah, you did.
You said that right.
And I was just replying to Anna in the live chat. Here, I'm going to say this. Talking about Ty, bumper rails and dispatching live, and we're gonna just walk right. We're gonna walk right up to the third rail, but we're not gonna like lick the post in the snow. But I will say this is that because Anna has asked, when will car hauling be more regulated to weed out the lowballing brokers who are selling loads that are severely underpriced? And there's many other ways to put dissatisfaction. And the thing is, you shouldn't be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Right, but I think we have to be careful, honestly.
Well, we do. We have to be very careful. Yeah.
I don't want more government regulation. That's not my favorite.
So we need community. We need community.
We do. So when this is where Ben
exactly
Super
right.
Dispatch comes in. When Ben says, "Okay, you want to be a carrier on you want to get on Super Dispatch load board?" What did you say, Ben?
Yeah,
to get on Super. What do you got to do to get on Super Dispatch load board?
Yeah, you need to become a verified carrier on Super Dispatch. And like I said, what that means is you need to upload your compliance documents and you need to represent yourself as a legitimate business within the Super Dispatch marketplace.
So tell me what's a legitimate business? Help me with that. Let's talk to the guy who's got a truck and a trailer.
So
what does he have to do to be legitimate?
Yeah, the requirements for a verified carrier are that your US DOT has to be active and in service. So you need to have that active and in service US DOT filed, and it needs to be recognized with the FMCSA. You have to have cargo insurance as well. So as long as you've got cargo insurance, your authority with the FMCSA is active, and you've got a W-9 to issue to your customers through Super Loadboard, you're able to transact within the Super Dispatch marketplace and work with shippers and brokers that are looking for carriers as well.
Okay, Jay, go. Jay.
So I'm in here. I'm typing the chat. And what I was going to say is, because we're having, I like this. Actually, this is one of the things that I like. I like having these multiple conversations. And here, what do you got? You got something?
Yeah, I do. Hold on. Sorry. Right. This is why I'm hanging out here where I'm hanging out.
Okay, so Ty's going to take it away, and then we're going to bring it back to Ben, because we got to start introducing the panel. But I know, this is what's exciting about live shows. What do we got here?
Can you see, Jay?
Hey, what's happening?
Who is it? Jay?
Okay, this is Miriam, right?
It's Miriam. You got it.
I got Miriam.
Oh my God, he got it.
Yeah. Miriam, how are you, Miriam? What's up? High five.
Okay, so tell us about today so far. What happened so far today for you?
So far today, well, there's a lot of networking.
Networking?
Yeah.
You've never been to this conference.
It's my first auto intel.
And then you met me.
I met you.
And then what happened after that?
A lot of transport options out there that I did not know about. You're just putting up all the competition up against each other, Ty.
Oh, hello. Ty just walks around and introduces people.
He does. You do a great job making connections.
So you met a lot of people today.
A lot of people.
Out of all the people I introduced you today, who would be your favorite so far?
I think Smart Auction so far is my favorite.
Alex?
Yeah.
Okay, I remembered Alex's name.
Yeah.
Alex with Smart Auction.
Yeah.
You like him, and tell me why.
Well, I like their business model. I like the options that they have set up. I like how everything is just done for you. They can get the transport set up for you, I believe he said.
Now that's a Cox guy, right? Smart Auction?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We're okay with that.
Yeah,
so you like it. Keep going.
I like it. I like it.
Okay.
I like how there's less for us to do and they just take care of the heavy lift for us.
So you see opportunity.
I see opportunity.
Okay.
I mean, we do a little bit work with them right now, but maybe.
We could do some more.
Maybe. Possibly.
But the beautiful thing, in my opinion, is Jose
this
Smart.
is how it works at the trade show.
Right?
You
The
get
reason
totally
I'm saying
sidelined. And it's
Jose
amazing.
is smart is
awesome.
because
I love the off the cuff. It's great.
great.
Jose sends Miriam to Auto Intel Summit, and there's a reason, right? There's a reason she's here. You met RCG, right?
This is the one I'm talking
Okay,
about.
hold on. We're doing cards.
Oh my
Jay.
God, it's not smart.
yeah.
Can I
See,
take
this
that
is
back?
actually
Super dispatch.
Super
She's got a
dispatch
super
stand?
dispatch card.
Whoa,
yeah.
whoa, whoa, wait.
This is what the trade show's for, right?
Exactly. What?
Rewind.
Okay,
Her
rewind.
favorite. Who was your favorite again?
Super dispatch.
Super dispatch was your
Super
favorite.
Dispatch?
No way.
So good.
Oh, what's his name? Tell us his name.
Stan Deak.
Say it out loud.
This
Say
could
it.
be a whole live
Stan,
trade
you
show
met
segment.
a guy named Stan.
Whose
because
cards
of
do you
me,
have?
Because of you.
And out of
Actually,
all the
would be-
people I
would be
introduced you to,
Yeah.
he was your favorite.
Yeah.
We knew we were in for.
way.
We knew
Yeah.
we were in
You
for
guys hear
craziness
that?
when we signed up Ty to be live at the show. Repeat it,
What did
please.
he say?
Oh, Jay, you blew it. Okay, this is real. I introduced her to Stan.
You
Stan
all the
was
smart
tell
auction
us
shit.
Yeah, smart. Yeah, we're not doing. No, she means Stan. Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Right. All
What
right.
have you been doing?
Okay,
Look,
so look
This is
into here.
crazy.
Tell
Okay,
Jay.
here we
Tell
go.
Jay.
Go. All
Who
right,
was
say
it
it.
again?
It was Super Dispatch. Stan with Super Dispatch. That's who I met today. My favorite so far for transport.
Wow.
Your favorite.
Wow.
Yeah, so far.
You
There
know,
go.
They're so far my favorite.
nuts.
carriers love Super
So far.
Dispatch, right?
Carriers
and now,
love Super Dispatch.
now
Yeah.
more businesses too.
Yeah.
Location
Don't tell
services.
RCG Logistics. They might be a little disappointed that I
Oh,
said that.
RCG can't
Okay.
be
RCG,
watching
we like
now.
RCG.
We like RCG.
Yeah.
We'll get along.
No, they're
with it.
cool.
We'll get you.
Who
Yeah,
who,
okay.
who
Yeah.
from RCG? Give a shout out, RCG.
Who'd you talk to? Who did I introduce you to?
From RCG.
Yeah. Do you remember who you talked to?
It became in with a T, I think it was.
Was it a female or male?
Male.
Male. Vic.
Was it Vic?
He's
Vic
the owner.
Right.
Kuzmenko, I
Vic.
think
I
so.
met Vic.
Yeah,
I already
Vic.
knew Max. I had met Max at Used Car Week in November.
Max. That's ACI. He's a different guy.
ACI, oh my God.
Yeah, we'll
Oh
get
my
you
God,
there.
We're
Just
getting
hang
me
with
there.
me.
All
I'll
these
get you there.
transport people are just
Yeah.
all up against each
Everybody.
other.
Yeah.
Great
So-
options, though.
But the beautiful part, so I met Miriam literally a week ago. We're here at Auto Intel Summit, and I'm introducing her to my friends. And there's business happening. That's what ATI does. That's what Jay does. That's what Ty does. That's what Miriam does. We're here to help you succeed.
I like that.
You like that?
Thanks,
Okay.
Ty.
You know, Stan's inside. Your buddy Stan.
Yes, he is.
And I'm getting ready to go talk to him
Okay.
in a minute. So
Awesome.
if you want to meet us in there, we'll be happy to see you.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Hey,
Bye,
great
Jay.
seeing you, Miriam. Thank
Thanks,
you
Ty.
so much. That's
man.
awesome. Awesome.
Hey, there's
Okay.
Will, and there's
Now-
whoa, time out. Sorry, one more time.
Really,
One more.
another hey buddy. This is what he does. We have tomorrow's
Hey,
live show
buddy.
too. So do this,
Look,
Ty. I gotta
see
hand
that
it. I gotta.
You always give me.
Oh, it's Dana Rogers.
That's
Uh,
okay.
Dana
Dana
Preowned
Rogers.
Logistics,
I love
Dana.
that guy right
Dana
there.
Rogers, Preowned Auto Logistics. There's Jen. Come here, back here.
My man.
That's so good. Right there, perfect. Okay. You got in today, yesterday,
In this morning.
this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw you, Jeremy, Will.
Yep.
I love Will. Will's going to be on the show Friday with Dealers Link.
Yes.
Travis Wise.
That's great.
This is nuts. isn't it?
Will's the guy you want on Friday.
I love Will.
He's spot on Friday.
I like Will.
Yeah.
Will's a good guy. Okay, and everything's going good for you?
Everything is.
Good. Well,
Is everything going good for you?
always.
That's all that matters.
ATI is always good.
Right. You keep
Always.
the J straight.
Jay's easy to keep straight.
All right.
He's
That's
a
all
good
that
guy.
matters.
But anyway, Preowned Auto Logistics, Dana Rogers, CEO, founder, president, the man.
Yep.
And by the way, just in case Jay put it in live chat, we did a show live. He's putting in live chat right now.
Yeah.
Preowned Auto Logistics.
Loved having Ty at this point.
that
So
was
thank
really
you.
fun. We had a
That's
good
awesome.
time.
That's
Thank you. He's saying
awesome.
thank you.
Incredible.
Thank you.
He
Hey,
knows
thank
everybody.
you. Good to see
Hey,
you, buddy.
what's up,
Good to
man?
see you, buddy. All right.
I mean, it's wild.
Oh, there it is.
All right,
Thank
here's
you.
what we're
All right.
gonna do. All right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna
Back
hand
shot.
this to Ben. You're okay. That was amazing. This is part of what when we go to trade shows. I mean, we constantly keep running into
We're in
people.
the transport parking.
It's wild.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right, so transport parking lot. Yeah. All right, let's do this. I'm going to hand this back to Ben. Ben, tonight we've got, because we're already behind. We're okay. We're fine time wise, but right now, tonight we're gonna start bringing some guests in. And before we do that, I mean, what is something that we want to do? Actually, I know that part of the theme is why are you waiting to adopt different technology that Super Dispatch has to offer. Is that something that we're seeing? And I mean, carriers prefer Super Dispatch, but we need the adoption to continue to ramp up. Why do we need that?
Yeah, absolutely. You could say that the theme for tonight and the topics that we'll discuss kind of all center around, one thing, and that's the Super Loadboard. And, we're finding that more shippers and more carriers are coming to Super Loadboard as a solution to a lot of problems that they face in the existing, dominant marketplace within the industry. So Super Loadboard is, where moving cars kind of becomes a movement in and of itself. And we're seeing that literally and figuratively. So we're seeing a lot of shippers, a lot of brokers, a lot of carriers coming to Super Dispatch to solve a lot of the problems that they're facing with some of these legacy ways of doing things in the industry. And that's, like I said, carriers, shippers, and brokers. So, some of the industry's, largest and most respected shippers and carriers rely solely on the Super Loadboard to, scale their logistics and continue to grow those operations that they have. So they've experienced that Super Loadboard has saved them time. It gets their loads moved faster, provides them with that real-time visibility that they don't get in a lot of other places. And, overall is just a more reliable transport experience. These successful businesses, like Backlot Cars, Ship Your Car Now, some of these, large entities are solely relying on Super Loadboard to make sure that their logistics operations are running smoothly, and they're able to, keep their eyes on everything all the time. And that's, part of that Amazon experience that oftentimes is mentioned here on ATI. And so the theme of tonight is really just to have a round robin discussion and talk to a carrier, talk to a dispatcher, talk to a shipper, talk to a broker, and just kind of have these discussions about, how Super Loadboard is really solving a lot of the issues that they faced at one time. So I'm really excited to have the guests that we have tonight. We have Tyree, who's a carrier at RRPS Logistics and Transport. We have Sue Cuthbertson, as I'm sure most of you all know. I'm sure she doesn't really need much of an introduction, as she is a staple here with the ATI community. We also have Charles Beaty Jr. of Acme Car Shipping, and we also have Trisha. Trisha of Kunes Logistics. And I'm really excited to have this.
Oh, I was saying that wrong. It's Kunes?
It's Kunes Logistics, yeah. So we're really excited to just have this discussion as a community, really, and let's talk about it.
Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring in Tyree right now. This is the first time Tyree's been on ATI, so here we go. Please do help me wish a very warm welcome to Tyree of RRPS Logistics. Tyree is a carrier. That's the perfect way to kick off this conversation. And Tyree, do me a favor. Go ahead and mute, or yep, you've got it. And thanks for jumping in the live chat. And thanks for commenting. Whatever your comment is, it's an open community. Think of it like a Facebook Facebook forum, where you can say whatever you want. Except we're live, and the purpose is, and hey, Tyree, if you've got a camera, do you have a camera? All right, perfect. Because the purpose of ATI is to drag everything out in the sunlight and talk about the issues and share and learn. And this is one of the things, too, that I'm going to try and help. I'm going to be kind of an interpreter. The thing is that I know, and you see this on Dispatching Live, is that we don't want to mention other company names unless we really need to. But as time moves on, we're seeing problems that persist. And Ben at Super Dispatch, I think you guys are trying to take things to the next level. So having said that, Tyree, can you see me and hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine, man.
Perfect. Okay.
I can hear you just fine.
All right. When you're ready, please do say hello. We're just all getting acclimated. Ty is at a live show in Raleigh. Stan, you're in downtown Kansas City. I'm in Kansas City. And Tyree, where are you at? And he's getting connected. I asked him. I asked the question, and
Seagoville, Texas.
Oh, that's right,
Seagoville,
Seagoville.
Texas.
Yeah, Seagoville, which is near. Is that Dallas or Houston?
Yes. Suburb of Dallas, Texas.
Suburb of Dallas. All right. Do me a favor. Take it away. Tyree,
Yes.
please say hello. I know that we're still getting acclimated and, and we're live and everything. But Tyree, please do say hello. Tell us a little bit more about you.
How you doing? My name is Tyree Robertson with RRPS Logistics and Transportation. I'm a carrier. Been a carrier. Been in the industry a little over 18 years. But I have been a carrier. I have been a mechanic. I have been a car hauler. You name it. Anything dealing with a car.
That's awesome. Yeah, Tyree, thanks for being here. We're really happy that you were able to join us. Yeah, it sounds like you've had quite a few different experiences, with automotive. Everything from being a mechanic all the way to moving metal. Tell me a little bit about like where your focus is today as a carrier in the industry.
As a carrier, the focus primarily is the growth within the industry. It's funny because I was listening to the live and Ty was speaking about the EVs, and he was with somebody talking about the repossession portion of the EV. That's a whole nother beast. That's a whole nother entity within itself. But it doesn't matter if it's a 5500 series truck, if it's a 3500 series truck, if it's a box truck, if it's a delivery truck. I mean, it's so many different aspects in this industry that a person can deal with, and it's great to be versatile, But as far as the projected path is definitely to grow, to just scale. I mean, at the end of the day, I started with one car, one truck, and now I'm up to 2 trucks, 2 trailers, and I'm getting ready to purchase actually a complete rollback, with projections by September to purchase my own 6 car. So scaling is definitely where it's supposed to be in the goal. But at the end of the day, the acquirement of the various platforms, again, EVs, whether it's a hybrid, whether it's a Tesla, whether it's you name it, you name it, a Mercedes E-car, all the way to the new Silverado truck, which looked like basically an Avalanche. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what it is you're trying to do. Yeah. And with me, I'm just trying to scale.
Absolutely. Yeah. And this is very, very similar to a lot of what we hear from carriers who are new to Super Dispatch is they're coming to Super Dispatch to scale their business and diversify their customer base, find new customers, represent themselves in the best way possible. And find the loads that keep their trailer, completely full all the time as much as possible.
Got to, yes.
Absolutely. So that's really awesome. To hear you're growing at the rate that you are is absolutely amazing. And yeah, we're really stoked to have you here, and I'm very excited to have you on the panel tonight.
Appreciate it.
And I'm going to jump in with this. Okay, so Super Loadboard, but also what other technologies and features do you use that you find that you use regularly? Are there other, like the mobile app?
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, the Super Dispatch app is paramount in the sense of it's like a one-stop shop, With Super Dispatch app, you literally can go from directions, invoicing, bill of lading, inspections, to issues, rescheduling, whatever it may be. To if this load cancels or something happened with this load, it's not a problem. Jump on Super Dispatch Loadboard, and guess what? You're guaranteed to find something almost within 50-mile radius. And as a transporter, as a carrier, we all know you're not going to find nothing right up the street. You do, but that's very, 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 very seldom. But at the end of the day, Super Dispatch Loadboard stay full. And because it stays full, you can always keep work. As long as your truck is full, same thing, you got work.
Absolutely. So you're mainly using mostly the mobile app to search for loads on Super Loadboard, right?
Yes, yes, yes. When I'm not here in the home office, then and I'm out rolling, definitely the app is a default. It's the go-to.
Yeah.
It's a go-to. Like you know how with like the iPhone, okay, and any Apple device, it kind of pre-populates your most used item, your most used app, etc., etc. Super Dispatch is number 2 right next to the phone because I call more than I do the actual phone. But more than I do the actual Super Dispatch. But literally, it's right next to it. So it's the default. By far, it's definitely the default. Sorry about that. It's definitely the super. It's definitely the default.
That's awesome. Yeah, we love to hear that. Yeah, the Super Dispatch app obviously is your one-stop shop as a carrier, and so the fact that you're able to search and book those loads like on the go, and do it fast without a bunch of phone calls, it is exactly, part of what you need as a transporter in order to just keep moving fast.
Right. I can
That's
tell
awesome.
you. I can tell you one of the biggest benefits of Super Dispatch is at the end of the day, you can complete and start everything literally right there. So let me give you an example. So let's say again, I'm here in Dallas, right? So let's say I deliver a car to Manheim, Dallas. I will literally take my pictures because of course it's the delivery inspection. Take my pictures, do the bill of lading, have the person that's either receiving a car, whatever the case may be, sign it. It's signed. It's done. Next thing you know, by the time I walk out of the auction site, the invoice is closed. The invoice is closed, and it's already sent to shipper. By the time I get back to the truck, by the time I load up straps, by the time I do everything need to be done, I've already picked up another one. I'm ready to go. Or on to the next one. It's already scheduled. I'm ready to go. So it's definitely a win-win.
That's awesome.
All right, so let's do this because you just made me think of Sue and dispatching. So Sue, I didn't give you much heads up, but she's used to it. Oh, look, and Ty's changed his background. He's inside now, so that's pretty cool. Feel free to keep roaming around and participate as you want to. Sue, please do get your microphone ready. Here we go. She's my co-host on Dispatching Live. She's a dispatcher. She's a broker. She's got it all going on, and she's joining us now. Sue, can you hear us okay? Mic check. 1, 2. I've added her. Now she's not going to join by video because her internet, it isn't the greatest. At home, right? It sucks. Okay, but she can hear us. All right, Sue, you can hear us, okay?
Yes, I can hear you guys just fine.
All right, awesome. Now Ty is live in Raleigh at Auto Intel Summit.
Hey, Ty.
Tyree is here talking about how he uses Super Dispatch to scale his business. He's a carrier.
Yep.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you, Tyree?
Take it away. Take it away. Sue, say hello and tell us why you're a Super Dispatch evangelist, right?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Why? Tell us why. Why, Sue?
Well, I'll tell you what. A few years ago, Beck called me up and asked me to use this. And I said, all my guys are too old to deal with apps, okay? So I refused. And then a couple years later, he called me again. And I said, okay, I got some younger guys. We'll give this a shot. And ever since then, in fact, everybody that signs up with me that I dispatch for has to use Super Dispatch. I don't allow any other apps. It's required. And I get them signed up and we just move forward and I show them everything that they need to know. And if they don't know something, like they've got great videos. Super Dispatch has great videos that show you how to do stuff. But still, there are the older guys who just can't figure it out. But the great thing about that is I can get on the chat line. And someone will be on there and I'll say, can you please call my driver and walk them through this? And they do every single time. Now, you don't see that kind of stuff anyplace else for a load board, as we all know. So, yes, I love Super Dispatch.
Wow. Glowing review.
Yes. And it's
Now,
not just because of the EBOL system. It's also because of the load board too. I mean, yes, that's just recent in the last couple of years, but it's fantastic. And I wish and I hope that it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because if we can pull more people from the big load board and put them on here, that would be fabulous. A lot less BS.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, Sue, it's so awesome to have you here.
Hey, Ben.
It's good to be on the show with you,
Yeah.
Tyree. Yeah, so I think, like I said earlier, it's safe to say like you don't really need much introduction around here at ATI.
Yep.
But for maybe those of those who in the audience who don't know who you are, just tell us about you, your business. What's your focus in the industry, and with your business today?
Sure. So the name of my company is Murphy Auto Transport. I am a dispatch company, plus I'm also a broker. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. And I mean, as we all know, sometimes there's days you want to pull your hair out, and then there's some days that are fabulous. So, after you've been doing this as long as I've been doing this, and Tyree, sounds like you've been doing this for a long time too. You know how those days are.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, and I've found that using Super Dispatch, okay, so let me explain to you what we used to do. So we used to have to either fax our loads to every driver every single day with the pickup and the delivery order on them, or we would email them to them. And then they'd have to print all the BOLs or any extra paperwork that needs to go with it, like the authorizations and stuff like that. Now it is so much easier. I mean, everything's on there. The worst case scenario I hear is, hey, you forgot to attach something. You know what I mean? But the rest of it's all right there. And so, and we still put them in pickup and delivery order, but it makes it so much easier. I have less paperwork sitting on my desk every single day than I used to. Don't get me wrong, I still print each load sheet because we keep them for proof. And, we have brokers out there like to change stuff on the big load board. So we got to have that stuff in hand, I keep it on hand for at least 6 months. Anyways, but yeah, just Super Dispatch has made my life, my drivers' lives, all the dispatchers that I work with, because I have several, just so much easier and better. I mean, I can't say enough about it. I mean, do it. Just sign up, because it will make your headaches go away when it comes to as far as finding your loads, putting them on there so your driver can see all the pertinent information. Because as we all know, you'll get some brokers that write miles and miles of information on there, like anybody's going to read that, right? And so what I can do is highlight it, copy it and paste it and put it in the driver's instructions so they see it too. And it makes everything just a lot easier.
I just want to say, I mean, that's how far back this goes, actually. Even when I was still dispatching, I was able to copy and paste from the dispatch sheet into the notes at that time on Super Dispatch, instead of retyping or circling areas on faxes and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing, because those dispatch notes are critical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
they really are. If your driver reads them. But anyways, yeah.
Well, it's awesome to have you here, and thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Ty, do we want to bring in Charles or Trisha?
Yeah, so let's bring in Trisha. But before we do, one of the things we talk about on Thursdays a lot is, because this is important, and I'm the third rail guy here tonight, is that why when a carrier wants to use Super Dispatch, and the dispatch office and everybody's using Super Dispatch, and you go to deliver the load and you can't use Super Dispatch. They're like, well, we need it in our system.
You mean the other brokers is what you're saying?
I mean, Sue, what do we,
I know what you're saying. Well, why? I don't get it. Or why do we have to use so many different apps?
Well, there's that. Yeah, I mean, yes. Because I understand. I don't want to go too crazy, but if the thing has been happened, and if the process has happened in Super Dispatch, and you know what Super Dispatch is, would you please just accept my Super Dispatch?
Yeah. What's the big deal?
Please.
We have pictures, we have the VIN numbers, we have everything the same. I agree.
Yeah. So.
Or they want you to use a paper BOL. That just drives me insane.
Well, that's why me and John made a whole joke out of Dumb It Down, where we had to, even though we had it electronically and perfect, when they needed the fax machine, we came up with, well, let's do this. Let's put some tire treads and a coffee stain on the fax so they believe that a human being actually did something.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
But, this isn't dispatching live, so it's weird. I'm having a strange reaction because I hear your voice, Sue, and I'm ready to go crazy. Okay, Trisha, you're up next. Trisha's going to help us look at the shipper side of things as we open up this panel on Super Dispatch. Trisha, here we go. Trisha is next. It's her first time on ATI. Please do help us wish a very warm welcome to Trisha. And she's going to tell us a little bit more about how she uses Super Dispatch. Because, again, we're talking about in Super Dispatch, you've got the mobile app, you've got a TMS, you've got the load board, there's other features, you can use reports, you can integrate it with QuickBooks. I mean, right? We could just keep going on and on. Trisha,
Right,
can you see me and hear me okay?
You got it, yes. Hello.
Hello, please say hello. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, my name is Trisha Renji, and I am the leader of the Kunes Logistics Department at Kunes Automotive.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have you here, Trisha.
Hi,
Thanks so
Ben.
much for joining the panel. So tell us, like you said, so you're leading up the logistics department at Kunes Logistics. Tell us a little bit more about you, your experience in auto transport, and about a little bit about what your focus is in the industry today.
Yeah. So I actually started a while ago with Kunes as an internal driver, and it's just snowballed from there. And Super Dispatch was an extreme bouncing board for us. It changed us tremendously. It took us from level 1 to level 4 within a year. Insane. And so we used to have a lot of things that were paper form. I would walk around in and out of our dealerships with a notebook, and that's the call came in, text message came in. I'm like, wait, where did that come from? Who was that? It was communication, overlapping communication. And now we have things more organized. Our data is on demand. So when one of our dealerships is asking, where's this vehicle at? When will it deliver? We can pull that information and send them the EBOL instantly. And we can give them ETAs on when the vehicle is going to deliver more accurately now. We have streamlined our process. It's just insane to think back just where we were just a year ago.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's great to hear your story, and it's so awesome to have you here. So it sounds like you guys are getting a ton of value out of the real-time tracking and just the ability to organize your transport operations at the most micro detail. So thanks so much for joining us. It's really great to have you here.
So we haven't met before, Trisha. So then you are. Tell me again the name of the company, Kunes?
Yes, correct. Kunes.
Auto and RV Group, right?
Correct.
So day to day, what is your organization? What are you and your organization working on a day to day?
Yeah. So day to day, but let's take it monthly, right? So within a 30-day period, our buyers are purchasing roughly 800 vehicles from auction. Auction may be anywhere from Mannheim to Odessa, our known spots, right? Like Hertz, OVEs, where their dealership lease returns. So we're managing all of that volume. And plus we have store-to-store activity that we're managing. And we have our outside customer deliveries that we're managing.
Got it.
Pretty much. We do some dealer trades,
Great.
back and forth.
Great. Okay, that is volume. And you're through with all that volume, and whether you're acquiring vehicles from auction, moving store to store, or delivering, you use Super Dispatch to do all of those moves?
Yes, correct.
Right. Okay.
100%.
And that also entails from the moment that vehicle is going into your system, you manage it in is this in the TMS, Ben? Is this in the TMS that she's managing the loads?
Yeah. So they're using the TMS as well as Super Loadboard. That seems like
Oh,
you're
right.
able to
Posting to Super Loadboard to get it moved by a carrier.
Yeah.
And is that an automated process or is that manual?
For us, it's manual. We did beta test with the CVS drop-in. I now see that we can do a PDF file, which may be a little more manageable for our sales team. This was a while back that we beta tested dropping in a CVS file to auto-populate, but we do enter everything manually.
Okay, interesting. Okay, and so then when a carrier picks up the order from Super Loadboard, now they're using the mobile app to pick up and deliver.
Yeah, correct.
So you're using many of the features. And then do you use Super Pay to pay that carrier?
At this time, we're not prepared to do that.
There's
we
so
are
many features
reaching
now.
that way. Yeah, we're reaching toward that goal. However, we do definitely promise 5-day business pay. And if they request, carrier would request, we certainly can overnight process payment and get them paid just as quickly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you're able to keep all that information flowing all the way through to accounts payable, regardless of, if you're using every end of Super Dispatch, you're still able to, keep your operations moving super fast.
Yeah. Yep. Our CFO and his team certainly had to adapt. But doing that was more seamless than I anticipated. We have, 29, I think, car dealerships and 11 RV dealerships. And so to get all of those departments, all of those offices on the same paying system for external carriers was a bit of a jump, but we've done it. We've achieved it, and we're there, and we are definitely on a good track. But we are working toward using SuperPay as well.
That's great.
That
Absolutely
is.
love it.
So,
Miss Renji,
let's do.
I just want to say to
take it. Yeah.
Miss Renji, on behalf of our carriers, we want to say thank you because it has been times that it has been a pain to get payment. So, on behalf of as many carriers as possible, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for even whether it be a 5-day pay, 3-day pay, or even having a overnight as an option. Thank you. Thank you.
This is the community we're talking about. Exactly. Because
Absolutely.
I believe, and I know this is a lofty goal, but if we can get more community and communication, then we can move away from the wrestling ring of craziness that we have. We got to get it. We got to figure out a way to get away from that. And it isn't going to be. We're not going to march on Washington.
Right.
We just have to try to be better in the marketplace.
We just have to use Super Loadboard.
There we go. We have to use Super Loadboard.
Yeah. I mean, I think just this exchange right here is a clear example of the trust, the reliability, the communication, the information, the knowledge exchange that is able to flow, through the platform end to end, from shipper to carrier, broker to carrier, carrier to broker, and just keep those relationships solid. Carriers are able to represent themselves in the best way possible. Shippers and brokers are able to connect with the best carriers that they can find through Super Loadboard. I just think that exchange is proof in the pudding. So, we're really excited to have all three of you here. Do we want to bring in Charles? And,
let's do it.
Get some lightning round questions going.
We're gonna round out the panel. Here we go. Charles from Acme Car Shipping. Go ahead and get ready to join us. Please keep jumping in the live chat. Whether you're a real person or not, welcome to 2050 in the live chat. I know it's only 2023, but I know we're moving quickly. Personally, I've seen a lot more fake profiles on LinkedIn. Like, in the last 6 months, it has skyrocketed. It's crazy. Yeah, no, I can't believe what's going on. So I'm sure that topic will stay relevant here. But before we get back to that, Charles, can you see me and hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me?
How are you?
We can see you. We can hear you.
Awesome.
Charles, please, before we go into the panel discussion, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit more about you.
For sure. My name's Charles Beaty. I'm with Acme Car Shipping. We work as a broker, mostly service the moving and relocation space. So we're helping individuals that are moving cross country, moving for work, or maybe just sending a car to their kid at college, is kind of our space. We started working with Super Dispatch a little over 3 years ago. We're kind of part of some of their pilot program when they were doing the TMS rollout, which was awesome because really they took our feedback and saw what we needed as a broker to integrate, and was awesome. It was a good experience. Got to meet Beck and the team. Came out to our office, gosh, 3.5 years ago. We always really liked Super Dispatch because pictures help all of us in the inspection and claims process. So Super was something that we really, once the TMS was rolling out, we were pushing to a lot of our carriers like, hey, you move 300 cars a year for us, have you tried Super? And really pushed that to a lot of our carriers and got, some bought in and some, are still on paper, but it's a work in progress. Some awesome things that happened with Super is we use Salesforce as our workflow. So we're able to send all of those orders into Super's TMS, which, really saved us days over the year, and data entry time. Been really cool. About 80% of our shipments actually dispatch through Super Dispatch. So
yeah, well, it's awesome to have you here, Charles. Thanks so much
thanks.
for joining us.
For sure.
Yeah, would love to hear just real quickly before we start in on some panel questions. Tell us about your experience in the auto transport industry and a little bit about what your and Acme Car Shipping's focus is today.
For sure. So I've been in the car shipping business for 18 years. Worked for a carrier for about 11 years, large carrier. Been at Acme about 7 years. Our focus really is making an easier process for people relocating to have their cars moved. And Super's really helped with that.
That's awesome. Yeah, like I said, we're really glad to have you here. As far as diving into some questions, I would love to go ahead and start asking you guys some questions. I have some questions for the group, and I might have some direct questions as well. But how does that sound?
Sounds
perfect.
Awesome. So this one is to the panel. We'll go ahead and get things kicked off here. How has relying on Super Loadboard and Super Dispatch helped you to stay competitive in the industry? And what clear advantages does it offer you in your operations?
Who you want to go first?
I can start if that's good.
Go for it.
Yeah, it's been great just with the carriers being able to, our preferred carriers, be able to instantly book with us, which has really taken a lot of that back and forth by phone calls and emails and negotiating rates. The offers is really cool, so, maybe our price isn't what the carrier wanted, but we can do that negotiation. And really has helped us streamline the process. We have a peak season that's May through August every year for moving and relocation. It's a huge jump for the whole industry, specifically for us as well. And so it's really been able to allow us to streamline our processes, be ready for those influx of volume, and work better as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like with that Salesforce integration that you guys were able to complete, it's really shaved you guys, a lot of time off that double or manual entry. Tyree, I would love to hear from you on the same note. How has relying on Super Loadboard, really helped you to stay competitive in the industry, and like what clear advantages does it offer you in your business and operations?
Oh, that's a multi-answer question. All the way from Instabook to being able to even keep the broker and or shipper, keep them updated. There's a portion in the app, the mobile app. There's a portion where you can just do a quick instant update. And I do that as a courtesy, because at the end of the day, I'm responsible for your product, whatever it may be. And regardless of the rate, I'm still responsible for it. So, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know any broker or any shipper that doesn't want to have that peace of mind. That peace of mind is golden in this industry, because there are so many times that we may not see each other. We may not know each other. We literally can go years by just knowing a voice. But at the end of the day, that trust that I can build with you and that it's not a problem, how you're taken care of. Now, granted, I understand the pictures will show pick up at this location, drop off at this location, because it's at the bottom of the pick. That's fine. That's cool. But at the same time, I'm sure I'm not a broker. I'm not a shipper. I'm a carrier. I'm sure as a broker and a carrier that they can look over and glance and see an update. Bam, okay, it's in transit. Okay, it's 20 miles from this destination. 50 miles. It started out 200 miles, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. So whether it's Instabook, whether it's being able to update, and whether it's, again, just like the previous person said, even the rates are competitive. You don't have to go and look, and it's crazy because I don't have to look at a rate and they want a automobile transporter 400 miles with the rate being $1. Come on, man. And we know that that's a joke in the game, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get us to lowball ourselves. And we see that on other low boards. We see other low boards, it may be $1. I've seen one, it was a joke. Man, I even took a screenshot. It was 6 cents to go 832 miles. I'll never forget it. But they allowed that up there. And we know it's the game. And I'm saying we as carriers, we know that's part of the game. But at the end of the day, why do we have to do that? So being able to see the price, being able to Instabook, being able to even have our own, I guess, preferred shippers or brokers, man, that's phenomenal. So yeah, it's definitely a major help. It's definitely a major help over some of the other apps.
It sounds like, it sounds like simply by using Super Dispatch, you're able to get that leg up, and you're able to represent yourself in the best way possible.
By far.
Find great loads, and simply by just carrying out the process and keeping the updates flowing, you're able to provide that elevated service to your customers. And we talk about, Jay, you guys talk about the blue chip carrier all the time, and I think Tyree is a great example of that blue chip carrier who is providing that elevated level of service to shippers and brokers, his customers, simply by just using Super Dispatch and Super Loadboard, which is awesome. Yeah. So I've got some other questions here. This one, I'll send this over to you, Trisha. We all know that we are in the business of moving fast. How has Super Loadboard kept up with you and your business and your business's needs?
Mm-hmm. Interesting. We have grown quickly. When I first started with Kunes as a driver, internal driver, so physically driving the vehicles from A to B, and then we stop at C and go to D and pick up an F, right? So just snowballing from there, it has saved us time. We've been able to move more vehicles. Last month alone, we were able to deliver 1,896. 2 didn't get marked as delivered, so let's call it 296, or 1,896 vehicles in a 30-day window. That's insane. To go back and just know how we did it before Super Dispatch is unreal to me. So it has saved us time. Back to what Tyree said, it's the phone calls back and forth, or Charles, I believe, said it. The phone calls back and forth, the manic text messages, and it's one load after another. It's all overlapping. So for everything to calm down, we can breathe. And that means we make less mistakes, right? Yeah. So the book now status for those carriers that we know and trust is a big thing. For Kunes Logistics, a requirement is Super Dispatch. In order for that vehicle to move, it has to be through Super Dispatch. To get paid has to be through Super Dispatch. For our internal team of drivers, for our external carriers, period. It's our platform. We have really grown to appreciate the on-demand pickup photos, delivery photos. We have been able to arbitrate a few vehicles at the time of pickup with Mannheim before it even gets delivered to our dealership.
Mm-hmm.
We've been able to start that arbitration claim. And many of you listening may realize that the time clock is ticking. From the time the buyer clicks buy or purchase, that time clock is ticking for us. And we're eventually going to hit that deadline, right?
I don't think everybody knows that. Please elaborate. This is a big deal. Yeah.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Huge deal.
So
every day a vehicle is sitting at auction on a trailer, has not arrived to the purchasing store to go through safety, get a safety check, get it clean for the lot, that front lot that we were talking about way in the beginning of the show, right? Every day costs us money.
Really?
It does.
Exactly.
See,
this isn't common knowledge. It's just not
Okay.
known. Exactly. In that, so I'm going to hit it again because this is a big deal. Attention, everybody. When a company, a buyer, places a bid and wins a bid at an auction, a clock begins. And that clock runs, is it 7 days?
It depends. It depends on how they purchase it. Hertz is a little different. Mannheim is typically a 7-day arbitration window.
Right.
But for us, it's a financial clock too.
Right. Well, exactly, because you've also got the cost associated with.
You were talking about Capital One floor plan?
Yes.
Yeah, things like that.
Yes. Okay, so to continue, so arbitration, because that's another thing. Arbitration, what's arbitration? Like a kumquat? No, arbitration is a really big deal to a buyer, right? That gives them the ability to unwind the transaction if they're dissatisfied. But if they bought a vehicle at an auction and they don't even see it for 6 days and they have a 7-day arbitration window, they have hours to find out if this car's okay before they say, whoa, we don't want this thing. So if there's a runaround with the dispatch and it takes 10 days to get the car, guess what? Arbitration's over.
It's a huge risk.
It's your car, or whatever.
You blew your time
Yeah,
out.
it's a problem.
Yeah,
this happens all the time. Yeah.
Yep. And not only
That's
do we
crazy.
need eyes on the vehicle, but we need our mechanics to check the safety. There could be something that service finds that was not disclosed on our condition report at the time of purchase.
Right. It may not be that anybody did anything wrong other than the seller or whatever, right? Maybe the auction missed something. These things happen. But if you don't have time to see something before your clock runs out, now who are you mad at?
Right.
Can I interject on that real quick?
Yeah.
It's funny that you said it because I remember having a vehicle that this particular shipper I was picking up at an auction, and they sent a picture of the vehicle, and the photo was fine. The photo was totally fine. But once I got to pick up the vehicle, I noticed that the driver's side left wheel was trashed. I mean, it was completely damaged. And so prior to me even touching it, and the funny thing about it is the photo, that one photo was uploaded through Super Dispatch. And so had I not seen that photo, I would not have known. And so when I called the actual shipper, I said, hey, in this photo, it was like this. I'm looking at it, it's like this. Do you want me to touch this vehicle? And that person was like, no, hold on just a second. And so I literally waited, I want to say maybe 30 minutes or something, somewhere in that window. And next thing you know, they called me back, hey, we're not going to do it. It's going to arbitration, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason why I say that is because you literally just gave me a different view that I didn't have. Because I'm assuming they probably contacted this person because some people did come out and take a look at the vehicle and said, hey, this is not what I purchased, yada, yada, yada. Here it is now. And come to find out, it was damaged by someone there, an employee at the auction, okay? And so I'm assuming, because I never found out the end of it, I never found out the end, but I do know it was all of a sudden, and I know it had to do with that picture, because when I looked at that picture, it was not the same as that vehicle that was sitting there. So thank you for your input. I do appreciate that, because you literally just gave me a different view on it.
That's great, and I'm sure that you have definitely hauled more cars for that shipper. I mean,
Yes.
you are a great partner for them, so
yeah,
they want you moving all those cars.
Yeah.
I am.
And outside of auction vehicles, there is a saying that I learned many years ago when I started with Kunes, and that phrase is, time will always kill a deal. So on the flip side, not an auction vehicle move, but your customer is different than our customer. Our customer is a retail customer.
Okay.
So that means Sally Smith in Boston purchased a Cadillac from Delavan, Wisconsin, and we need it shipped to Boston.
Yes, ma'am.
So if we can ship it faster, great, because time will always kill a deal. She may be going on vacation. She may be having family over, and for whatever reason, she needs this vehicle. Right. So she may drop the ball on us, cancel our deal, and buy from dealership C that's in Boston.
That is another way of viewing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we both lose.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. This is, again, I think that's a great example of, how you guys are both able to use Super Dispatch and Super Loadboard to make sure that everything on your end is covered, and you're able to keep moving fast, regardless of the clock that's ticking. You're able to keep up with that clock that is, time is literally money, right? So, yeah, this is awesome. Sue, I have a question for you. I wanted to get some insights from you.
Sure.
What is the biggest difference in your experience using Super Loadboard versus all the other load boards out there?
Well, I don't use, you're talking about, okay, I got what you're saying. All right. Well, I find usually on Super Dispatch, as far as the load boards, that the prices are better, for sure. I enjoy getting them off of the load board, especially if they're an instant book, because there's no waiting for the gazillion phone calls that you have to make till somebody finally answers you or answers your text. And you've got a lot of good, quality people on Super Dispatch that I don't usually have to worry about. Whereas on the other major load board, shall we say, you don't always know if you're going to get paid, especially if it's somebody new, or they let people on there have horrible ratings where they're not paying anybody and nobody's pulling them off the board, that kind of thing. I've never had to worry about any load that I've gotten off of Super Dispatch that I wasn't going to get paid or have to call a broker bond in or anything like that. So the quality is so much better than what you get off of the other load boards, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sounds like just by using, Super Loadboard and coming to Super Dispatch for a load, and you can count on the fact that you're going to be able to trust whoever is on the other side of that.
Yes.
Oftentimes it sounds like you probably know them, or maybe have had an existing working relationship with them, but it's just another layer of assurance for you. And your drivers.
Yeah. And we all know loads fall through and people show up and someone's picked up your car or something didn't run and drive. But it happens so rarely on Super Dispatch that, don't get me wrong, I always verify. That's my number one thing, verify, verify, verify.
Yep.
But it's very few and far between that something falls through with something like that on the Super Dispatch load board. Whereas other load boards, it happens every single day. So, and it doesn't matter sometimes even if you verify it, it still may not be good when your driver shows up. So that quality and consistency for Super Dispatch for me is just been astronomically great. So that's why I love you guys.
Yeah. We love to hear it. And we genuinely appreciate how much you support Super Dispatch. And so Charles, I've got a question for you. So compliance and reliability are always a huge aspect of the transportation process. What have you found that your experience has been when it comes to finding maybe new, as we said earlier, blue chip carriers, new, reliable, trustworthy carriers on Super Dispatch? How's your experience been with that through the Super Loadboard?
For sure, it's been really good, and the ratings really help to be able to get a glimpse, because the ratings don't tell everything, but we like to use that as a start. But we really like to get to know the carriers that we work with and the partners that we work with, to understand their lanes that they run, what they prefer, how often they run it. And then that allows them to then get into the instant booking like Sue was talking about. Because instant booking is great for all of us. It saves all of us time. It's instant. And then also it keeps the order in Super Dispatch where we get the updates and the electronic bill of ladings. So definitely helps in that case.
Yeah. So it sounds like, you're able to connect with new carriers, establish a healthy and beneficial relationship with that carrier, and then eventually, hopefully move them into that preferred status so they can just self-dispatch. So on your end,
exactly.
your orders are, being sent through your CRM straight to Shipper TMS, and you're able to post those to the load board through automation, and, all the way down to the booking process, also automate that as well.
Agreed. Yeah, that's been really a game changer for us to be able to automate that whole process.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, so this is a question for everybody here. What exactly was it that brought you to Super Dispatch or Super Loadboard? Anybody can pipe up here.
I'll start.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, it was my boss. I think maybe he saw that we were struggling for whatever reason. It was a lot. We were growing and growing very fast, very quickly. And so I believe it was he and his father, Greg Kunes. They were more interested in the damage claims, in verifying when the damage happened. So for us, even if we're moving store to store, we can better pinpoint when that damage occurred and what fund to pull the money from to pay for the damage.
That's awesome.
And I'll say on that same point, that was actually what brought us to Super Dispatch in the first place, because we ship, it's privately owned vehicles. So a 2014 Ford Mustang for one person is immaculate and it's in perfect condition, and another person, it could be trashed. So having those pictures really is what brought us into that. And then when I think it was Beck that I had reached out to or messaging with, and they were like, well, we're starting a TMS, that could do something else, that could bring stuff together. And it was like, that's awesome, because your technology has already shown so useful with the digital BOLs that the TMS was a no-brainer to start out with.
It's awesome.
And I'll say from the carrier side, it was just the ease. I literally used the app 10 times before I even looked at the desktop. I mean, because you literally can do everything from just the app. I mean, it's the easiness is just, man, it's just cakewalk. It's cakewalk. I mean, you literally can't get no better than that. And it doesn't matter if you go, especially when you're talking about in comparison to another popular load board, like the quote unquote one of the main in the industry, the biggest in the industry. It's so much more fluid. God, it's so much more fluid. And again, it's easier to communicate with the shippers and the brokers. It's easier to just everything. It's so much easier. It's just the ease made it second to none.
Awesome. I wanted to say, there's Ty. He's still at the show. I wanted to say something. Hey, what's up, Ty?
Hey, Ty.
Ty?
Hey,
Welcome
man.
back.
Yeah,
I'm standing in the wrong place. I'm trying to pay attention, just so you guys know. But can you see this right here?
now, okay, that's Stan talking to.
Tom at
Oh,
Black
is that
Widow.
Tom Klein? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Tom Fryer
No, Tom Fryer. Yeah.
from Black Widow. Okay.
Yeah. So here's what I did. While you guys are doing your show, I run in, I see Tom, I'm like, Tom, I know what you do. Who cares? So I go, you need to meet Stan, right?
Wow.
And you guys need to work together. They've been standing here for over 5 minutes talking.
This is what trade shows do. Yeah. You do.
Look
You
at
just
that.
lose track
Look
of
at
time.
it.
You just keep talking. It's amazing.
No, but my point is this is what ATI does.
Oh, well,
okay?
that's true too.
We're here for the entire. I know we're talking about load boards. I know we're talking about car hauling, and that's my favorite, by the way. But I'm telling you, there's a whole thing going on here that's crazy. So if you don't see me for a minute, it's because I'm networking. All right?
Yeah.
Good to see you guys.
Keep on going,
Thanks.
man. Right on.
Keep going.
All right, so
you guys are doing good.
yeah, right on. We're having a great show. All right, here's what I was going to say. Charles, you said something interesting. You said something about 3.5 years ago. And you know what's fascinating? There is tech right now that hasn't changed at all in 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And the gap just continues to widen. I mean, Sue, if this was Thursday, we'd be going nuts. But there are places you book loads and apps that you have to use that haven't changed in years.
Mm-hmm.
So as this gap widens, something's got to break at some point. Somebody take that.
I mean, I could definitely see that happening. It's just getting the more integration into Super, because I mean, we have to use the other load board as well, just because as of right now we can't get 100% dispatch through Super. We would like to, because really it drives it toward what we want, which is the transparency with the inspections and the notifications and all of that. But I mean, it's definitely driven that way. I mean, we're seeing so many more cars posted on Super than when we first started 3 years ago using it.
Absolutely.
And we were only dispatching 20% when we first started it through Super, and now we're over 80%. So it's a huge gain on our side.
Wow, now that is right. You start pulling the numbers. Do you know? Can you? And Ty's got John Robertson to Ship Your Car Now, but I want to ask this: do you know in what amount of? Do you know how long that took to go from 20 to 80%?
That was about
years?
3 years.
3 years.
I would say last year we were probably about 70%. So it's been gradually growing, but really that 20 to 70% in 2 years was a big change.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey,
that's
Ty.
huge.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Ty, go ahead and unmute. John Robertson wants to say hello. He's a part of this conversation. This is wild, too. This is one of the things, it's hard. I see it's difficult to manage, but to have people in just totally different places chiming in. All right, John, Ty, you have to hit unmute because I muted you. There you go. Hit unmute, and then John can say hello. If possible.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we see you. We hear you. Take it away.
Okay, I got John Roberts from Ship Your Car Now, right?
Hey, John.
You got it.
What are we
Good
doing
job.
tomorrow? Tell us about tomorrow.
Let's see. Well, we got conference all day long. We're going on at 2:15. We're going to have a great show with some folks from Central Dispatch, Super Dispatch, Assertus, and my man Ty. And we're going to talk about the transportation industry and all the different service types that you can get in the transportation industry and what's best for your business. So if you're not here, tune into some recording somewhere that somebody's going to do sometime.
Right.
And check it out because it's going to be a great show.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
Time out, Jay.
Take
Hang
it,
on.
Ty.
So, John is a huge supporter of. You like Super Dispatch?
Oh yeah, I love
You
Super
use
Dispatch. Love
you
the
use
guys.
them?
We do all the time.
Okay. So what happened, Jay? Just so you know, I'm standing there in the hallway, and we're doing our thing. We're talking. Hey, Stan, come here. Hey, John. Okay. I love Ship.Car now, and I love what they do because I saw them literally live
Trade shows,
doing
man.
business. It was amazing.
Always
It
working
really
at
was. It was. It was good. It was so.
all
so
good stuff. It's all about
partnership.
it was great. Hey, Gavin, come here. Say hi. And Marco. No way.
Okay, so this is what's interesting too. Oh wow, here's Gavin and Marco.
Hey, there's Marco.
Come on, Chris.
Get on the
Chris.
Join the fun, Chris.
There's Chris. There's Chris. Marco. That's Beaty. Broker.
Charles.
Charles
Good
Beaty.
guy.
Charles.
Yeah,
Charles
Charles.
is a good guy.
Marco.
How's it going, Marco?
Come on, everybody, hang on. Wrong way. Good. Okay, there. Can you see us all, Jay?
Yeah, it's gotcha.
Okay, Marco knows Charles Beaty. He just like,
That's right.
Charles, I know that guy. This is Gavin. Gavin, you're the owner, president, CEO,
all that.
CEO of Ship.Car now, and these guys, by the way, these guys right here, they do business with Super. Is that right, Ben?
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
John,
Hopefully
Marco?
it's not wrong. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. It's great to see you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Okay. Sorry.
That's awesome. Thank you
See
very
ya.
much. So what's interesting too, for perspective, is at the trade shows is where you'll meet owners of companies because they are networking with owners of other companies and setting up new business. That's one of the things and that's one of the it's one of the things you don't know about the trade show until you get there and you learn more how they work. And this is where the trade shows connect directly to what we see day to day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Beck goes to a lot of trade shows. And Beck does a lot of educating of other executives of why they need to learn more about Super Dispatch. I've seen it firsthand. That's one of the things that makes it's one of the areas of the ecosystem that's so fascinating. Okay, I said what I said about same old tech. Ben, do you have another question or something you want to ask the panel?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's
keep it going.
Let's roll with that question.
Okay.
You know, there's a ton of broker apps. There's a ton of platforms out there in the industry today with tools and software and mobile apps. For carriers and shippers and brokers and CRMs and so many acronyms. But this question is for the group. Why do you think some are hesitant to make the switch to, a single end-to-end solution with everything from, a carrier-facing mobile app, carrier TMS, a connective tissue in the middle that is the Super Loadboard, a shipper TMS, and even as far as to include payments. Why do you think there are those in the industry who are so hesitant to make the switch to an advanced solution like the Super Loadboard?
Yeah, I'll start if that's okay.
Please do.
I think normally people are just afraid of change. We saw then here at Kunes, getting all of our internal drivers on Super Dispatch. Many of our drivers are of an early retirement or maybe even later retirement age. Not all, but many. And so technology can be scary, right? We don't know what's going to happen if we tap here and oh my gosh, is it going to save on my phone? No, it saves up into the cloud. Nothing will bog your phone down. So I feel as though many people are just really afraid of trying something new. Here at Kunes, we praise our leadership, our executive team, because they allow us to dabble in what we feel we need to dabble in to keep us engaged, keep us moving forward. They allow us to try new software. It wasn't shoved at me. It was simply an email sent me, hey, check this out. And I did. It took me a while because I wanted to learn the software first before I could lead the team. And at that time, I didn't feel as though we had the support internally with our internal staff here at Kunes Logistics to support our team of drivers, let's say. And I wasn't all that comfortable at the beginning. And then we had a couple staff members change. And it came down to one person in particular. He's like, Jim Maletta, he says, yeah, for sure. Why not? What's holding us back? And so then we really pushed it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's amazing. Experimentation, learning from failure, taking risks, listening to your people. These are core at everything we do here at Super Dispatch. Our people are our customers, our employees, their customers, who are talking about all the problems they have internally, externally in the industry. And yeah, this is core to being able to drive change. So totally agree. Trisha, I remember I was actually working on the support team when you guys came aboard, and I remember doing so much training with a lot of the drivers there at Kunes. It was a very big lift for you guys to be able to implement something like Super Dispatch, and so it's awesome to see where you're at today.
Yeah. In my mind, I can't imagine why anyone would be afraid of it. The support team at Super Dispatch is insane. It's a quick DM. It's whatever, a phone call. Joe was tremendous for us to get the drivers situated. Many, Emma for sure, and Ross. But I don't know seriously why anyone would hold their feet back, because you're going to get left behind.
Yeah. Tyree, I would love to hear your perspective on this as well.
I would have to say it's a two-part. One, I have to agree. I think a lot of people are afraid of change. And then again, so many people just get caught up in their normal day-to-day. And whether it be afraid of change or just reluctant to change, simply because, especially with, as she said, either semi-retirement or retirement age guys, hey, I know this works, I'm gonna keep doing it. It works for me. And so at the end of the day, someone who is not open to change will be reluctant to change regardless. So I would have to agree. I really do believe that it definitely has to do a lot with the reluctancy of changing. I would definitely have to agree with that, because I've seen carriers. I've had guys, that we'll be having a conversation as we're waiting to either get loaded or unloaded or whatever it is that we're doing. And I'm on my phone, or I'm on my tablet, whatever it is. And next thing you know, they're like, well, what are you doing? I thought, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I'll mention Super Dispatch, or I'll mention what I'm doing. And they're like, oh, well, you did that pretty quick. And they'll have 3, 4, 5, 6 BOLs in their hand. Yep. And they will literally have it in their hand. And so you will see them going literally page, find the one, then they got to verify the or this, that, whatever it may be. Or you see them writing or notating or whatever the case may be, versus myself, when I get it's tick, tick, going on to the next, And so I do believe that a lot of people have a very serious reluctancy of changing.
Right, like the BOL's blowing around in the cab like it's one of those cash machine phone booth deals, right? Like it's kind of crazy.
I've actually called some people's BOLs,
or they don't even have one.
I'll pick it up. Here you go. Yeah.
I mean, I've literally had them, and they didn't even know what a BOL was, and I've directed them to Super Dispatch and said, "You need to sign up now." Yeah. And they're like, "What is that?" You know what I mean?
Right.
So
and to the ATI training program, right?
Yeah.
That's when you need help. If you don't have a BOL, you definitely need you definitely need some
that's a major problem.
Or you get onboarding. Or the paper BOLs with no pictures of cars on it and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
They're still using those.
Yeah, straight BOL.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. I mean, I think that's a lot of it is a reluctance to change. I mean, we kind of dip our toe into trying things first, and that's what we did with Super Dispatch. And then once we saw the big advantages to it, then it's like, okay, well, let's move into integration and all these other things, and let's start pushing it. I mean, on the carrier side, really, if you just don't have, if you save on one claim a year, you have paid for Super Dispatch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a bumper is $1,800, on a Honda Civic.
Such a good point. One claim in a year.
One
pays
claim
for that's amazing.
And on our claim side, so our paid claims is about 1.5%, And the electronic inspections and the pictures, I would say half of our claims are denied for pre-existing damage. And it's because we have that backup and it's readily available. That customer calls in today, my car was delivered yesterday, I saw this damage. Okay, pull up the pictures. Well, here's the picture, let me email it to you. Oh, well, I didn't even know it was there. Yeah, okay. Well, now we're good. So.
Well, and Trisha, you were talking about settling claims while the car's still in transport because you have all the information you need to maybe start that claim. Is that right?
Just start it, not necessarily complete it, but we were able to start that arbitration because something could have happened, in service, like I had mentioned. But in this case, it was visibly lot damage at a Mannheim on a couple of occasions.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't start a claim if the guy's like on the phone reading through the BOLs, like, I think that no. We need photos. We need to know everything because this is once we start a claim. I mean, this is going to be a big deal.
Yeah, for us here at Kunes, it's group emails with that link, the EBOL link. Hey, look at this, and then we can shove it to another person. Take care of this. Hey, look at this. You may want to consider this option.
Agreed. And you're not having the paper BOL with taking pictures with your phone, and then you're trying to keep the pictures, and then you don't have enough storage left, so you have to delete it, and then it's just a whole mess when you could just keep it all together.
And this is where again I want to point out, hey, there's Stan, is that, hey, what's up, Tom? Black Widow Imaging, shout out. This is where also, nice, this is cool. Ty is promoting ATI live in the parking lot in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Hilton, I believe. That's pretty cool. So this gets into, we expect people to understand our business, whatever we do, whether we're a dispatcher, carrier, etc. We're a valet, and we expect people, I'm parking your car, get out of the way. The point is that many carriers don't understand this aspect of many of the businesses they're hauling for. And I don't know how we continue to get all the education out, but that is what we're trying to do here because, again, this claims and arbitration, it may sound boring, but it's very serious. And it can ruin the whole reason we bought that car. Dealers buy vehicles when they buy. That's their money. That's the way they're thinking about the money. The rest of the transaction is really not the important part. It's buying that vehicle. So if they can't get the vehicle, it destroys their whole profit potential.
Yeah. Charles, that sentiment, that one claim a year, one claim pays for Super Dispatch in a year. I think that's a great testament to that. And the fact that you're able to start that process or mitigate that process as soon as possible using Super is amazing. I'm glad to hear you guys are able to do that.
Yeah, and we in our claims process, because we discuss the claims with the carriers, whether it's approved, it's not approved, how we're going to settle it. We really push Super Dispatch in those discussions if they're not using it. It's like, this is a great solution where it's going to make it easy for your driver. You don't have lost paperwork. You don't have all of these other things that you're having to go through. And it's really a way to mitigate your risk.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned pushing Super Dispatch. That's in the sense that, you're selling it to your carriers. Hey, if you use this, we both get this,
Yeah, we all win. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of, customers pushing Super Dispatch, we get a lot of feedback and we get it all the time. And we're so lucky to have, customers who are so vocal about, the problems that they have, who are so vocal and willing to hop on a Zoom call and, give all the information possible to our team so that we can try and address that for you and ultimately your businesses. This is carriers, this is dispatchers, this is shippers, this is brokers. And the integrations and the improvements will only continue. As everyone knows, we kind of recently just had a big launch, which was SuperPay. And we're starting to see the adoption on the shipper side. And it's amazing to see the success that and the just the simple solution of faster payment and how much relief that can provide to a carrier, and how much more of an attractive partnership that is with a shipper or broker through Super Dispatch. So we've got more new features, more new solutions coming this year. Something huge for carriers, and another way to communicate using Super Dispatch on the platform in 2023. So one thing I'd love to ask the panel as we kind of round things out here, what integration would be a total game changer for you on Super Dispatch? What feature or integration or functionality in Super Dispatch would be your ultimate game changer?
Let me take the lead on this one. I have two. A form of instant or direct messaging.
Yes.
And the
That's what I was going to say too.
That would be great.
Nah.
Is that 4 out of 4? 4 out of 4?
We're all in agreement.
Absolutely.
So.
Yes. Oh my God. I am a paramount believer in communication.
Yep.
So if I'm simply because Super Dispatch does not have that right now, I will try to get a textable number. Simply because, again, if let's say I'm delivering from Dallas to Wichita, Kansas. Let me just give you an example. So that's a 6 hour to a 7 hour drive, depending on your load, depending on the time of day, etc. Okay. I would love to be able to say a quick, simple message. Cross from Texas to Oklahoma. Simple. Because even being able to do that, that keeps in the shipper and the broker, that puts their mind at so much ease. Because, okay, it's already moving. Yes, I can do the update, not a problem. Yes, I can do that, not a problem. But even with some shippers, I have literally shared, because again, I have an iPhone, I have literally shared my ETA with them. Literally, boom, there it is. Because it's live, it's right there, it's right there, instant. So just to be able to have a form of a DM, whether it's an instant message, direct message, whatever the case may be, that by itself is a game changer. That alone, I think, would set so much above so many. Because I've had instances when I've gotten from another load board, let me say it like that, and I have gotten a phone call 30 minutes. 10 minutes. Are you loaded? Are you going? Are you there? Hey, listen. You're calling me 30 minutes into a 4 hour drive. You and I both know how this works. Okay. And with that being said, to just be able to, you don't have to call, send me a message. I don't mind responding. Now, if I'm driving, there's a default message. I'm driving, I'll message you or I'll call you, whatever it may be. Fine. But just to be able to instant message is just a game changer in itself. The second thing would be able to do a video. Pictures are superb, depending on your quality of your phone. Well, depending on the cleanliness of the lens, I should say. But to be able to do a video, because I can send Super Dispatch standard. Generally, I use the default setting where there's 6 pictures. There's your driver, front, passenger front, the very front windshield, rear left, rear right. Okay, cool. But to be able to turn around and do those into a video all the way around the car, all the way around the automobile, all the way around it, that in itself, because I have literally seen pictures are fine, but that video in text with a picture, because there's different glares of light. Light casts some things depending on the color of the car. As y'all may know, a dark car show everything. A white car, I hide everything.
Right.
Just like clockwork. But when you change that angle of the light, you can see that nit. You can see that door ding. You can see that fender split. You can see all these different things. So I would have to say those two would just be paramount. That would be so paramount.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one request I would have, and I know my team and I, we've talked about it, we're going to need, and I'm going to say need, that IM thread or DM thread to be stagnant and load specific. So then it stays with the load, even if a carrier cancels and another one books. And then they cancel and another one books, right? So we need to know, that activity and the history, the activity thread is crucial for us, not only for our payroll, internal payroll, but just to keep it, that communication tight.
Yeah, you got to have the context.
I want to add
Context
this.
is key.
I love that because there, as a dispatcher, I've booked loads where the carrier found out something that wasn't on the dispatch or anything. And I called back in and said, hey, we can't do this, but you ought to know this. And I saw it reposted just plain as day as before, and I thought, well, someone else is going to find out this problem the same way.
Yep. With nothing in the notes. With no notation.
Yep.
Yes.
We've been picking up a lot of new vehicles more recently, and there was a batch in California that was supposed to go to Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and that dealership switched VINs on us. Nobody at our dealership knew. Carrier didn't tell us, and it wasn't until much later that we learned those VIN numbers had changed. And so if we all do our part, carrier, us, shipper, make sure we just put all that communication in that DM thread.
Yep.
And it's load specific.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. As you mentioned, the context is essential. And so, yeah, I can't confirm or deny messaging in 2023 on Super Dispatch, but
I can confirm.
I think it's happening.
I think there's some guy named Beck in the chat, and I think he mentioned something about that.
The founder is in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Shout out.
But do you see what I'm doing here? I'm we're hearing about the challenges that you guys have with communication. And so, this feedback is essential to being able to grow with our customers. And yeah, it's awesome.
And that's very true. Super Dispatch has vested an interest in growing with us, the Kunes group. They have given us the time of day, they've heard us, and they've adapted their software to meet our demand. And that's plausible to no end. Not many companies, I feel, really do give, those, I think they're called in sales, they're called, fires to put out or hurts or Band-Aids, things like that. But Super Dispatch stepped up to the plate and they manipulated their software so it was adaptable for our needs.
That's awesome.
And also, I would just say for all of us here that Tyree, we would gladly dispatch you any cars that you want. I mean,
I get the
your
same
communication
feeling. Yes,
is like, yes, that's exactly what we're looking for. So that's awesome. But yeah, feedback for things. I mean, videos I think would be awesome. But I know that does take a lot of storage for videos to be held. Because like Tyree said, sometimes you get the glare or something like that. It kind of misses that damage. And anything that was maybe sort of AI for the pictures to be able to kind of see damages, dents, scratches that maybe would automatically pull into, that might be a long way in the future.
Okay, so you just said right. You just said the right. Video takes up a lot of space, but whoa, what if there were like some sort of video profile? You just got to know Tyree live. What if you could get to know carriers in a social video manner? I don't know how this plays out, but because this is the problem. You don't know who anybody is.
Right.
But if we knew more about who we were trying to do business with, whoa.
Yeah.
That would be cool. There was like
Kind
a
of crazy.
almost like an elevator pitch, you could say,
Right.
that maybe goes on their profile that, you know,
Right.
Tyree's talking about his communication and that's what's most important to him and his customers. And then you're like, yeah, okay,
and then
I'll dispatch him that load.
And then make a 10-second video of yourself delivering a car or, you know, whatever. Like,
Right.
I mean, it could get a little crazy, but you get to know people, and that could break some of the barrier where we just don't know who anybody is until we know who they are. And now suddenly everybody wants to hire Tyree. He's never going to get a chance to get off the road.
Note is off for Tyree.
Let me say this. That idea is phenomenal, and I have to say it, Mr. Beaty or Beaty, because I don't want to mispronounce
Beaty, but all good.
Mr. Beaty, that idea is phenomenal, and the reason why it's phenomenal is because in this day and time, everything is so instant. Everything is so instant. It's instant. Everything is so okay. Get it done. But I'm gonna step out on a limb and say we all come from an era where
Awesome.
You know what?
I appreciate it.
You know, it's just, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I'm about. And somebody can appreciate that more than you just, okay, it's there. Because literally, that's the age we live in. That's the age that we're working in. That's the age that our businesses are in. Instant. But just that little, even like you said, even if it's just a 10-second little snippet. Hey, how you doing? I'm Tyree with RRP Logistics and Transportation, and this is what I do. And the most important thing is communication, regardless of anything else. Because at the end of the day, when we communicate, we can solve everything. 10 seconds.
That's awesome. Yeah,
just like that.
Very cool.
Like an auto transport LinkedIn or something.
That's right.
Yeah, I love it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know, I know we're kind of coming up on time here. This has been an amazing discussion.
This has.
I've learned so much, even just in these last hour and a half from you guys, and it's been so great to have you guys on. And we're lucky to have such vocal and supportive customers like you. And yeah, this is absolutely awesome.
And I want to say, Ben. Am I right? Ben has done an amazing job here tonight. Huh?
For sure. Done a great job.
Yeah, taking the wheel.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
You did good, Ben.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We need to do this
Thanks,
again on the
guys.
Dispatching Live on a Thursday.
Yeah. I think I hear another collaboration.
Exactly.
There you go.
There you go.
I smell a collaboration. Do you smell
You
that?
made it. It's like ATI getting on the stage.
Yes.
Same idea.
Exactly.
Good job, Ben.
Love
You
it.
made it to the stage.
Yeah, you
Hey.
made it to the stage. So
Good.
Ben is
That's
look for
right.
Ben on a Dispatching Live on a Thursday coming up.
Yeah,
Maybe.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you,
Before-
Tyree.
Before we
No problem.
dive
No
into
problem,
some,
Tom.
I'm going to
Some
hand
final-
it back to Ben. Yeah, Ben's got the mic.
all good. Yeah, before we dive into some kind of final thoughts, maybe. So I just wanted to shout this out really quick. So starting next month, Super Dispatch Super Loadboard is going to start a monthly event. You can think of this as like a golden ticket event on Super Loadboard. So one load each month will be selected from Super Loadboard, and the carrier who happens to book that load will essentially earn 2x the total carrier price. So,
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, if you're trying to get a quick double carrier pay, real quick, hop over to Super Loadboard, become a verified carrier, book a load, and you might have yourself a lucky load on
Hey,
Super Loadboard.
So
One thing, go ahead. But one thing we're working on, just so you know, Ben, I haven't told Beck
whoa,
this. Or
golden
Stan.
ticket.
You talked about golden ticket. We're working on putting together a carrier event in Kansas City this year, and Super Dispatch is going to lead that charge. So I haven't told anybody that. That's brand.
We just said that
just
nobody.
Heard it here. Heard it
Okay,
here first.
so wait a second. Wait, golden ticket. Okay, so every month when somebody books a load, there's a load. It's already predetermined, I'm guessing, and it's going to pay double?
Correct.
Whoa.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
The golden
Okay, I'm
ticket
up for
load?
that.
Well, yeah. Well, golden ticket load.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's somebody said super Wonka.
There you go.
Super Wonka.
Super Wonka.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He's gonna have to sing now.
Wow.
I like it.
When are you guys starting that?
Yeah. So that'll start next month.
Next month.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wow. Super Wonka, dude. Okay, so we're going to be talking about
cool.
Super Wonka.
Yeah.
I smell a Dispatching Live episode called
Yeah.
Super Wonka.
There you go. Yes, that's perfect.
That is
funny.
awesome. That's
That is
really,
funny.
really, that's a really neat idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like
and
Sue would be perfect for that, though.
you
That sound
have
like
to
Sue would be
book
so
it.
perfect for that.
You have to book it on Super Loadboard.
That's
It's
correct.
the only way
Yep.
to get the Super Wonka.
That's right.
Whoa.
That's right.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So we can dive into some final thoughts here before we wrap up. I'll go ahead and kick it off. Yeah, like I said, first off, thank all of you guys for coming and participating on the panel. It's been so great to hear all of your perspectives of essentially using the same tool, the same system, the same fluid, piece of technology to run and grow your businesses. We do hear the same thing, common theme from carriers, shippers, and brokers that we talk to, and that's that they want that single place to manage transport, and that's who we're setting out to be. And so I think the key takeaway is that it's very, very clear we all want to win. And I think the best way to do that is to listen to each other, like we did tonight, and build what the community as we know it needs. So that's the ATI community, that's the Super Dispatch community, that's the auto transport community. And so we're really looking to just try to make sure that everybody has the tools that they need to run in a smoother and easier way. So move cars faster, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Who wants to kick it off next? Final thoughts.
Ooh,
Well,
final thoughts. This is good.
To that point exactly, we definitely have moved cars faster. Would our sales team and buyers like us to move them even faster? Yeah. But we've already done a significant improvement on that. So thanks to the carriers that we work with, and we welcome any new carriers to work with us. And Super Dispatch, kudos to you. Really kudos. Great invention, great software. But thank you, everyone. I would just like to thank everyone for the opportunity to sit here and talk with all of you.
Yeah, it was awesome to have you, Trisha.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. Yeah, thanks for having me as well. I mean, this was really cool. Was excited to be invited to it as a part of Acme Car Shipping. Really appreciate the technology and really like the quarterly reviews you do with us, because you're really always asking for feedback from our point of view. And it sounds like, everybody here wants to provide a great quality service and be able to work together as a part of the community, because that's really how we all succeed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks, Charles.
I would like to say, again, piggybacking off Charles, thank you for the invite. And that means a lot simply because you don't really hear a lot of companies wanting to hear from the carriers. A lot of companies, their only concern is which carrier is going to do it the fastest, the cheapest. But Super Loadboard is like, hey, we need your input. We want to know your input. We want to know your concerns. We want to address your concerns. And so I want to say thank you. I greatly appreciate it on behalf of as many carriers as I can speak, because I'm telling you, I'm talking to carriers left and right on a daily basis. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The fluidness, the easiness, the innovations that have been set forth, the differences between Super Dispatch and some of the others, I won't name any names, it's evident and it's paramount. And thank you. So, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Y'all are getting it. Y'all are getting it, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Awesome. I'm going to take the final thought from there then and say, this is wonderful that we get a chance to all do this and talk and grow. 3.5 years ago, is a nice benchmark to look at how far we've come in 3.5 years, what we might be able to do in another 3.5. And Tyree, we want to talk to those carriers. Super Dispatch does, ATI does. We're here to change this industry.
Okay.
So this is actually the hardest part. I think, I don't know, Ben, I'm not sure, how hard it is for you. I think you're more in touch with carriers on a regular basis than we are, but there is this belief that nobody wants to talk to us, and we are trying to change that. I see on Facebook. I used to try to interact on Facebook, but it's such a wrestling ring. I was like, well, I'll just tap out, and and I read the news. I share it on Dispatching Live, but carriers need to understand who they're hauling for, and the people that they're hauling for need to understand them better too.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely agreement.
Yeah, we hope that ultimately Super Dispatch can be the common ground. And that community is so essential, and being able to communicate, being able to have trust, being able to get paid and not have to deal with the wrestling ring. These are the things that we're after, and we know that our customers are after those things too. So yeah, I think it's only up from here. Jay, thank you so much for having me and Super Dispatch and this awesome panel. I mean, I'm probably a little biased, but I do watch just about every week, and this might be one of the best shows you've had in a long time.
Well, and this is where you look at this collaboration. This is a great show, and the numbers have been off the charts tonight, and it's because we were clearly got the word out. You helped get the word out. This is going to be a Super Dispatch show on ATI. You don't want to miss this. So thank you very much. We look forward to more great stuff. Yeah.
Let's keep having the conversation.
Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, I think we all do. I think we all do. I think we're all looking forward to it, honestly. I know I am. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Awesome. So then the next event is Thursday, Dispatching Live. If you don't already know, it's a noon show, 60 minutes on ATI, Dispatching Live, and there'll be more Super Dispatch information on Thursday. I can guarantee it, and you never hear me say that, ever.
That's awesome.
All right, cool. All right, well, then, everybody, thank you so much. Ben, we're going to let everybody go. We're good? We can wrap this out?
Yeah, I think we got enough. Yeah.
All right, cool. We got it. Did we get that? I think we got it. Okay. They're checking the gate. It's a Hollywood thing. Ooh. Checking the gate. All right, listen, everybody, thank you so much. Have a good night, and we'll be in touch. Let us know how we can help.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Take care. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Great. Thank you. All right, I'm going to put you all back in the waiting room, or you can find the door, or, it's always hard to land the plane. What do we do? Sue, I will see you on Thursday.
Okay.
So thanks very much, and thank your family. Everybody, thank the family for keeping the dogs quiet and the chickens and the all that stuff. So really appreciate it. I'll see you in a couple days.
All right, see ya.
All right, see ya. Thanks.
All right, bye.
All right, so now it is just let me just make sure. Okay, Ty, it is just me and you, buddy. Here we are.
Thanks for the intro.
Okay, so Ty's in the transport parking lot. No, you're in the valet.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. So Tom, Black Widow, just walks out, and he's talking to me. Tom, come here, Black Widow.
Hey, it's Tom at Black Widow. What's up, Tom? You guys take it away.
Tom, you're making some big moves in the industry, and I know you are. Okay, because I've been a fan of Black Widow for a long time.
I know you have.
And I appreciate what Black Widow does and what Black Widow offers. So you just met a guy that I introduced you to, and you're kind of happy about that.
Yeah, 100%.
Seems like.
Yeah.
So tell me more about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of opportunities. So, I mean, he's obviously a big transport guy, works with all the...
Super Dispatch guy? That guy
works with a lot of transporters. So something that we are really focused on that there's a huge demand for is what is the condition of that car before and after it was picked up, right? And it's something that we've been thinking about for a long time. It's something that every transporter needs help with. And so it's something that we're really focused on coming out with a solution that really is fits that transportation model.
Well,
and
because
mobile.
The photos are such a big part of that.
Yeah,
now.
100%.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows, I'm not a photo guy, and I'm not a tech guy. Okay, but I introduced Tom Black Widow to Stan Super Dispatch, and I said, I want you guys didn't I? I said, hey.
Yeah.
I just walked off.
Yeah.
I said,
That's what Ty does. Hang on, I'll be right back.
And then he goes and connects somebody else. Exactly.
Yeah. So what I love about Black Widow, there really is a genuine passion for the industry.
Yeah.
And it really is real. And I feel it. I'm just standing here talking to Tom, right? So back to ATI, what is ATI doing? Super Dispatch. This is what we do. We come here to meet the guys that own the service, the product that is offered to, whether it be an auction, a consignor, an OEM. I mean, we're talking OEM right here.
Yep.
Okay. And to have that, not just conversation, but relationship.
Yep.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
I'm the relationship guy.
Yep.
And to be able to put that together and just say, hey, you guys work it out. There's something there. You guys figure it out.
Yep.
And you did.
That's what it's all about. That's why I love these conferences, because it's what problems are you having? How do we solve it?
Yeah. And that's true. Good point. Because Tom, by the way, I've been to 3 just recently, and I've seen you at all 3.
Yeah.
So that tells you the value, the importance of networking. It's networking.
Yep.
There's a cost to it. Don't get me wrong, but it's valuable.
Yep.
And
100%.
You learn something, I learned something, we all learned something. Okay. Tom, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks,
Black
Tom.
Widow,
Thanks a lot, guys.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Good job.
Very much.
Right.
Great way to end the.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
So,
good.
that's what ATI is all about. ATI is all about putting pieces together, puzzle pieces, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. I really don't. But here, let me introduce you, right? We're all in the same ecosystem. This is what we do. This is why I get up at 3 a.m. and didn't sleep all night to stand here at East Coast time.
Yeah, exactly. It's 11. It's late for you because you're an early riser. Plus, you didn't sleep last night.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. So, that should demonstrate how valuable ATI is for you and your business. Okay, I didn't say car hauling business. Your business. What is your business?
Your automotive business.
There you go.
Because you may not be in car hauling. Yeah.
Are you a dealer? Are you a broker? What are you? Are you a carrier? Okay.
Equipment, insurance.
That's what ATI is. That's why I'm still standing
ATI.
here, and I promise you I am done. Okay, there's no
There's nothing left. He left it on the stage. Boom. Yeah, no.
So,
hey, Ty, I appreciate that for you doing that.
Yeah, no, and this is what we do, and I believe in it.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a cost associated with it. There's a lot of stuff, but
there is a lot.
There's so much value in tonight's show, tomorrow's show.
You know what's amazing too is that I know just being out here doing the show, somebody saw you talking into the cell phone, and they're like, "What do you guys do? You're doing a show right now. You're in the valet lane at the Hilton. You're live. What are you guys doing? You know?
You guys are crazy.
It's interesting. We've built a reputation. Like people don't know if we're live or not.
Guys.
Yeah, we're the crazy guys.
That happens a lot.
It is. It's funny.
But
in fact,
I
half
appreciate
time I
you.
can't tell if I'm live or not. Are we live?
Yeah, we're always live. But thank you, Super Dispatch. Thank you, Stan, Ben,
Great show.
Tyree.
Super Dispatch.
What was the lady?
Tyree, Trisha.
Yeah,
Trisha, and then Sue was with us, and then Charles. And it was a great panel. Super Dispatch put the panel together. That was a really great panel. That was awesome. Yeah.
So good. Good job, Super Dispatch.
Yeah,
we really
great job.
appreciate you guys. Thank
Thanks
you very
so
much.
So
tomorrow I'll be on stage.
Right.
After I'm on stage, we're going to go live.
Yes.
Maybe catch some of the guys that were on stage. I doubt it, but we'll try anyway.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do.
Even if we could just get John and Stan, but whatever happens. So, we'll go live soon after you get off stage. So we'll coordinate in the morning, get a good night's sleep. And,
man, I'm
dude,
done.
thank you so much. Yeah, you've got to be done. So, and we're out. Thank you so much, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, and boom, that meeting is over. Thank you so much. I know it's past your bedtime too. It's 10 o'clock Central. It's 11 Eastern. I'll just make it quick. I want to thank Location Services, Rapid Recon, Superflow Systems, Ship.Cars, Ship Your Car Now, and Super Dispatch. I want to thank Ty for the super chat early on, and also Marc for the super chat early on. You know you can always donate and give to ATI. As you see here, I mean, we really are. We're trying to help be the communication resource so that we can connect and learn from experts and technology companies and businesses that are trying to help raise and elevate auto transport, car shipping, car delivery. And it doesn't have to just be transportation logistics. Ty has been going live in auction parking lots for years. And we would love to add more OEM content, etc. So that's what we're doing. Actually, you're going to see more dealer content coming up on ATI in the following months, which is awesome too. So thank you so much for sticking around watching ATI Auto Business. My name is Jay. Let us know how we can help. Connect, share, grow, repeat. We'll see you soon. Please do join us for our live coverage at Auto Intel Summit tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Take care. Thank you.